Yeah.
Okay.
And try and bump it. All right. Let's freaking do it.
For sure. Cool.
And of course, as we know, for purposes of amusement, we're going to pretend that we've been talking something intense and serious and long and interesting, like we're Fox News or something. Anybody who's made it over here from the jambled Instagram links today, super appreciate you guys hopping in. It feels really nice to be back here hanging out with you guys. Of course, some of you are already popping in. Bootleg Toyco, Dario Avalos, aka Nurse. Oh, I'm not gonna remember anymore. I've been gone for that long, and I was gone. Junk the Dragon. I can't remember the other one. Casually Narcissistic. Sorry. Suki, aka FKD Toyz. Fuck Toyz. Shed Quarter Creations, all the way from the down under. Wendigo. What is going on? We're gonna see you in a little bit, homie. Mike Stratford, aka 8-Bit Mike. If nobody's not following 8-Bit Mike, you posted a post the other day. It's 2015, I believe. Holy shit, man. Bootleg Toyco, what is going on? Nim Studios, how are you, dude? Folklorian, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? How are you? Vomiting Droids, what is going on, dude? If anybody doesn't meet over to Vomiting Droids page, they are doing some interesting things right now. It definitely reminds me of things you'd see in like the early 90s when the bootleg toys were just pumping out a little bit of everything for you because they were like, I'm a fucking brand. And Mr. Ordinary, aka Ordinary Toys, that haul that landed over at fucking Mr. Uncle Spanky's house. Oh my goodness. That did you see it? The white ghost piece?
Absolutely saw that.
Chrysosaurus Rex, what is going on? Home Slice, what is up? We have poached you from fucking Mechadaki. You're not his friend anymore. You're our friend. Justin Sharp, what is going on, dude? B, how are you?
Dude, I'm good. I'm just letting you get familiar with everybody again, dude. I'm great. I'm great now that you're back. Dude, it seems like it's been forever almost. It's only been 2 weeks. Fletcher in the house. Carolina Cool Cat. What is up? Pocket Salsa. Man. You know what, dude? A lot of these people actually I sent packages to today, which is kind of cool.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dude.
Yeah. I'm good, man. It's, plugging right along. How are you is the question.
I'm doing really good, man. I'm doing really good. Chrysosaurus Rex, by the way, I can't wait to see what you do with those pocket salsa mushroom pieces. I'm glad that actually brings us right in, actually. Sorry. I was going to kind of push it off for a little bit later. Pocket Salsa ended up donating that fucking awesome piece for a giveaway that went to Coolmo P. I had a 1-day overlap with Peter when he was actually up in Toronto. Otherwise, he has an emergency. He's been MIA, taking care of business. He has that box, but Pocket Salsa being an absolute gem. One, I want to make sure everybody knows those mushrooms they're posting, like they're huge. Like the diameter is easily like the diameter of my stained coffee drink cup. They're huge. They're massive. They're massive, massive, massive. I ended up putting it back in the box for Pete. I was fortunate enough to get a Crybaby keychain though.
Dope.
Which is insane. I wish you guys could actually see all the pearlescent. I believe I showed B some pictures of those when it first came in.
Yeah.
And this guy here is actually pretty fucking cool to me, man, because it's really good. It's going to be impossible to try and catch on camera. There's a gold finish on that front face, but it's casted in a nice translucent. So like you really get to see like this like cool, you know what I mean?
Nice.
You can kind of
Very
tell
nice.
from that side. It really fucking comes through on there, man. Pocket Salsa, dude.
Very nice. Dude.
Insane.
Salsa. Yeah, dude, I agree. And now that you say that, dude, I'm going to show you something from Pocket Salsa that I got the other day, and I was actually blown away, dude. And I said, more of this, please. This right here, it's just like a little display, dude. So you have like a brick wall, but what is that, dude? That big ass octopus with a spray can peeking around the corner. Dude, you kidding me?
Damn.
Like,
damn.
I mean, there's going to be space vatos all over this. I mean, dude.
Yo,
what?
Okay. So,
bro, look at that.
In my opinion, that thing, you got to make like a tiny little, what are those called? Lazy Susan for underneath it. And then get like fucking museum wax so that both sides, man, you can actually just swivel it.
Yes. That's actually a great idea, dude. But look at that. And I didn't know that this was coming. It was with some other stuff, and I was like, bro, what is this? It's not resin. But still, it's
Polymer?
it's something that he may revisit.
I like it. It's cool.
Oh, dude, with the look at the eye peeking through right there.
I'm a sucker for tendrils, dude. There's something about
Look at
octopi. A buddy tried making me eat fucking octopi one time. I kept on telling him, dude, I fucking dig octopus. There's not a chance in hell.
Yes, Fletch said put some vatos on it, dude. That was my first thought when I got this. I was like, oh, dude, what a great display.
For Vatos, the droids from fucking Droid Foundry.
Oh yeah, dude.
Foundry pieces, like, dude.
Yeah.
Pocket salsa, dude. Your jokes, man. Get
dude,
out
that's
of here.
And you know what, dude? These bricks, like, no bullshit, dude. It's hard to see in the light. Look, those are individual pieces, dude. That's not like a slab that he laid down. Those are individual pieces stacked on top of each other. Like he's a straight up bricklayer, dude. You're a mason, my friend.
You know, I'm gonna point out because we're easily gonna overlook it. I'm digging the fact that octopus is clearly a super gloss, but those bricks are matte finish. Woo, woo. My fucking tism is just, I like it.
God, dude, that is so sick. And look how, I mean, and just the, okay, so look at the size of it, right? So this isn't going to take up a whole shitload of room on my shelf. Well done, my friend. Love that one.
Yo, porpoise, I appreciate you saying that. Can't eat octos, they're pretty much sentient. Also, dude, I don't know how I didn't catch it when we met. We're fucking wet fingers, bro. And actually, B at one point was part of the clan as well, but he chickened out apparently.
Folklore, the bricks are clay, is what that is. But they're individual little bricks of clay. And they are stacked on top of each other like bricks. So, yep, tiny little bricks, little tiny. Yeah. That's crazy, dude. Very, very.
Feels like some kind of weird anger management exercise. Build a, build a little building, one handmade brick at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. One at a time.
On a dick track alley.
Space oddity is what it says on the bottom.
Yo, Dario Avalos, I think it's Dick Tracy, man, but a dick track sounds pretty fucking scary.
Yeah. I wish there was more of that, dude. You know what? That's something that I haven't really looked into. Is if like, are there a bunch of what do you call it, like landscapes available out there? I don't know.
What are you talking about? Oh, dioramas?
Yeah.
Okay, I was so confused. Are there landscapes available? I don't know, dog. I'm not a real estate agent. Fuck.
I'm just saying, is there someone out there making something like this?
I see tons. I lurk, and they're not going to be happy about it. I know they fucking hate me. I don't care. But Slug Toys there makes some little dioramas. There's one right there in your hands. And actually, you know, somebody that you and I both really like, Feral Foundry, is working on some dioramas as well at the moment. So yeah,
yes,
we're gonna see. And you know, even something like the Neil Ewing couch, I feel like I've had people mention before, like, oh, it kind of takes up some room on the shelf. I've got like 4 dudes sitting on the couch, whether it be like on the back of the couch, on the cushions, and some homies get to then chill in front of it without them blocking. And diorama pieces can really add to a shelf. They don't have to take away from a shelf.
Yeah, agreed. Pocket Salsa Slug Toys make dioramas. That's correct. I did see that. Very small ones. I did see that. I'm Mexican, but yo no trabajo. Okay. I'm looking for a seaside villa with a giant fresh eating octopus. Gonna come over. There you go. Nice. I will be seeing vomiting droids next weekend at
oh my goodness.
Assembly Required, dude. That's gonna be so sick. Anyways, so dude, let's check this out real quick. So this is the Yucca Muck giveaway piece for tonight. That's rad. El Camino, yeah? Is that what it is? No, LeSabre. LeSabre, right? Is that the name of that?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I didn't know it was Le Sabre. You caught me off guard with El Camino. There's very few times I hear El Camino mentioned, and it's a pretty tight crew of human beings I know. So that's kind of like, I didn't know they had a colorway. Maybe they do.
No, at the Le Sabre, and I always think of I think this is called Le Sabre, and I always think of cars. I used to have an El Camino back in the day, and I don't know what El Camino means in your world, but anyways, that's dope, dude. From Yakima, free.
That's a chunky boy too.
It is a chunky boy.
Robots, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned the giveaway piece too, because that also reminds my brain. I'm going to pull up the Wonder Wheel in a moment. Anybody who wants in on getting that sick piece that Booze is showing off, please chime in there in the chat, because I'm going to start scooping you guys up and putting you into the Wonder Wheel. And actually, because you're mentioning me with vomiting droids at assembly required, and I know a bunch of dope ass people are going to be assembly required, I'm going to just like oddly kind of like digress for a second, a digression moment. So yes. Obviously, man, taking that little break, in my opinion, personally, you were kind of talking about, like, we were talking about it, man. Things didn't feel right. Things felt a little bit off. The reality is for anybody out there right now feeling in a bit of a fog, admittedly, I had brought something in I thought would bring some joy. It was actually robbing a lot of peace. There was other things trying to figure out, because like, I don't like to fucking quit and lose at things, man. So, you know, you're weighing it out and everything. I'm going to share something with you guys that I feel is important, because I think some of you guys might go through this often and you're not familiar with it. And it's kind of off toy topic, so I'm going to make it quick here. But this is cognitive dissonance. And essentially, cognitive dissonance ends up causing you to feel like you're living in a fog, and you feel completely exhausted, and you feel overwhelmed, and you can't really think straight. And the reason for that is basically your brain is doing two different things. It's trying to basically struggle with the fact that there's two competing realities in your brain. And a prime example of like a competing reality that is often used when you have cognitive dissonance is quitting smoking. And the reason why they often use that one is because you know that quitting smoking is bad for your health, but you love smoking. Well, both those things can't exist in your brain. You can't hate smoking and love smoking. That distorts reality. Your brain is now trying to go through all the different things, justify it. The list goes on, right? What ends up happening is this guy here. So you end up getting this lovely polyvagal ladder. So essentially, when you're always living in fight or flight, that's this guy right here. When people like authentic individuals and authentic situations happen, that's this lovely area right here, right? This area is the safe, calm, calibrated, and interactive socialization. Woohoo! That's fucking dope. Your body, when it's not having situations that feel like that, ends up going into a fight or flight to protect itself. The issue is that when you're in fight or flight all the time, it takes way too many fucking chemicals, and it's exhausting. So your body then ends up going into this way easier, simple form, and that's actually going to be this dorsal vagal stage. This position is where basically grief, numbness, denial, absence of joy, abject stuckness. So essentially, you basically shut down, because it's easier to just completely shut down than try and navigate what the next situation might be, because your body's determined that being in fight or flight all the time isn't going to be helpful for it anyways. So where we kind of get lucky with this toy scene is we can actually then test reality. So luckily, with all this happening, if your brain is trying to compete with reality and is trying to justify something and also justify this one, but both can't actually exist, one of the best things we can do, right, is try and actually consult with those individuals around us, try and figure out what the fuck is going on. The more we probe people, the more that we ask people who are close to us that actually know us very well, the more they can kind of reassure us that there's certain choices that need to be made here in order to be getting rid of that gross fog that we're having. So just a friendly reminder to everybody, when you're feeling weird, when you're feeling a little whack, when you're feeling a little off, when you're not feeling yourself, you can reach out to the dudes in the toy scene. I'm super thankful that I'm able to reach out to the dudes in the toy scene. And the reality is that it actually causes a bit of a catalyst effect, because personally, I'm a firm believer, ever since I heard about cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is that basically it's a dark, shitty world when your head's up your ass. And basically what I mean by that is, you know, when you're living in that dark, fucking stinky place with your head up your own ass, the world seems dark and shitty. But when some homies reach out to you, it's crazy how a very simple conversation can all of a sudden open up doors where you can hear about how they're doing and how they're feeling, what's going on in their lives. And every now and then it can bring us new perspectives. And it can also allow some of us who are maybe with stuck with our heads up our asses to pull it out for a second and put on some leader hats and be more what we're supposed to be. And that kind of helps us realign with who we're supposed to be. So I would say just, you know, it doesn't have to be a weird conversation when you reach out to people. You just, you know, street fight SPDX just said it, like he's overloaded, man. I think everybody's overloaded, and you'd be surprised how many conversations I've had with individuals over this last little bit who are overloaded, and the conversation can often start with just checking in or saying, hey, missed you, dude. Or they can even, what's crazy to me is, you know, deflect it into something kind of silly. Sometimes it's a funny meme. Sometimes it's just like a passive comment that seems kind of jokey. If you dig a little bit, you might find out that like they're not doing so hot after all. The joke's a little deeper than you think. You know, check in on your homies.
Absolutely, dude. And, oh, that was very, very well said, dude. You know, shit, dude. Number one, I'm glad you're back, dude. I'm glad that you were okay enough to even spark that conversation and say, hey, man, we got some things going on here. Now, we've worked through some stuff on the show. We do it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I'd say for the majority of the time, dude, I think you'd probably agree. It's great. You know, there's other times where it's not great. And then sometimes, you know, when we have other stuff going on in our lives, that's not great. It really exacerbates those problems in other areas. But having a place to come and just kind of hang out and, you know, like you said, man, feel like it's cool to kind of get some of that stuff on the table and just kind of work through it, dude. That's the only way that it's going to go away, is if we just work through it, as hard as that may be. So like I said, dude, super, super stoked to have you back, man. I think God, dude, over the last few weeks, man, I think we have made some absolute strides in stuff for the show, dude. I mean, behind the scenes, bro, it's a different show, man. Behind the scenes, you know it. It's like, I mean,
we put in the work this month, man.
Oh, we put in a lot. We put in a lot of work, dude, and it's going to go really, really far. You know what I mean? I think we crammed a few months worth of stuff into like 2 weeks.
So that was some of the stuff that's hard to explain though, when I was trying to say, it's like we needed this as a team. One, if many of you have noticed, like Crumbs' brain is doing way too many things at a time. If you want to hop on the show, B to the J is the guy who actually knows how to talk respectively, politely, and he's the people person. If B lets me know what's happening, I can make some graphics, we can have some fun. A lot of times those fun videos, that's like a back and forth between B and I. B will make a video, he'll send it to me. I'll try and throw some overlays or play around with some of the music underneath it, right? They're just back and forth that we're end up doing. If you guys have suggestions of things, has been Toyz mentioned, he'd love to see if we can get some kind of a preview reel going before these. So I'm going to look at program that in so that it's not actually going to be always showing up when you go back to rewatch, but is there for you guys waiting in the chat, right? So if you guys have ideas, fire them at us. We can work that stuff out. If you want on the show, I would say B is generally the person to talk to. Me, you're gonna be talking to basically like a 6-year-old playing with his blocks, dog.
Yes, dude. I mean, we got guests asking. I am asking. We're scheduling. It's quickly becoming a show, dude, where it is. I don't want to say we're focused around the interview, but the interview is definitely something that is going to be consistent week to week. And we have a killer lineup, and we have more on the way. Dude, what is up? James B. What is up, Goblin Mob? Where the toys are? Barrio Boba. Where the toys are? Dude. Don't know if you get into too much commercial stuff as far as what you can buy at Target and Walmart and stuff, but the latest episode of Where the Toys Are, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's excellent. There's a lot of stuff going on in like the Mo2 community right now. And Brett breaks it down, man. I think him and I have a lot of the same feelings towards kind of the guys that get super duper wrapped up in that and end up spreading rumors or trying to leak stuff, and it just becomes a freaking mess. So anyways, Where the Toys Are, go watch that podcast. Great place to hang out if you want a place to hang out. And it's Thursday night. You know what I'm saying?
I just dropped it in the chat there. I'll pin it for a little bit. So if anybody wants to click that link, save it in your favorites, tune it up first thing. Dude, I like those.
Yes.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm pretty comfortable with my sexuality, but Brent, man, whew, that's something to me. Jeez Louise.
Oh man, he's such a
D.
gentleman, dude. Always so welcoming when I go in there and just hang out and chat, dude. It's and I'm kind of bummed, dude. We're coming to an end at work. We're coming to an end of work in San Francisco, which is good and bad, just temporarily. You know, I got to go a little bit out of my way to get to Super 7 now, which is kind of lame, but I'll do it. I'll do it. And but anyways, man, yeah, where the toys are, check that out. There's also some other employees at that store that are now making toys and kind of getting into the scene, dude. It's so sick. We'll probably bring up one of them tonight, I'm guessing, because I think it's one that I tossed our way in the chat.
I hope so.
Cat. I'm gonna let the Carolina Cool Cat out of the bag right now, dude. I'm just gonna say it. So you and I talked, you know, normally we're starting to do these, we're starting to get a really nice regiment schedule of posting, right? One thing that we are going to start doing is the monthly post. We're going to do like a little preview of the month. And the first month, so actually watch out for that this weekend. I think we had kind of talked about letting that go this weekend. And Carolina Cool Cat will be on next Thursday in preps for AR. So that'll be a very cool interview. I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, and real quick, while we're on the topic of the month coming up, is February when we wanted to kind of start our discussion of time chains, that first one and the second?
Great point. Yes, great point. You know, so honestly, so 7 o'clock, I don't know where we landed on 7 o'clock. It probably came out of my mouth because 7 o'clock, when you think about it, that's only going to work for somebody on the West Coast, right? Then I'm the one on the West Coast. So I probably said 7 at some point, but yeah, dude, that starts at 10 o'clock your time. So we're thinking about pushing it back to 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, do we run a quick survey?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Just tell guys, yes or no. Do you like 6 p.m. a 6 p.m. start? So you know, if you guys don't have to join us until, you know, midnight every Thursday if you don't want to, or 1 or 2 sometimes. What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're chatting, we're catching up, we're expressing our feelings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, dude. So yeah, Zimico, I actually ran that by him earlier. Yes, please be kinder to the Eastern folks. I agree, dude. 8 p.m. Central. There you go. Well, I don't know, dude. It looks like a yes to me. So it looks like that's going to start. God, dude, that's next week. You want to start that next week? We'll have to run some, you know, let everybody know what's up. Hey, everybody, if you know people that are, you know, that watch the show that are not in here tonight, we'll start posting about it. But yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Mountain or Central. We'll roll with that, dude.
Let's be honest, the people who are PST that are also going to be bummed about missing that first hour because they're eating dinner with their family that for some reason they give a shit about, you're really just missing me and B sucking each other off for the first fucking hour in an echo chamber.
Yeah, I mean, something you want to see. Oh, man.
Big night tonight, eh?
God, you know what, dude? I apologize, everybody, that it took us 37 weeks to figure that shit out. Well, we just figured it out, I guess. That wasn't very hard, was it?
We got there.
Dude, check this out. So I pulled a couple things out. I was doing some cleaning today and I had these random drawers of just like random shit, right? And one thing that I found in there that I thought I had misplaced a while back, dude, is my the Mandalorian mold from Pocket. he gave me a piece of that. Yeah, I forgot that I had that, dude. And then I was like, oh, what is that? So anyways, there's that. The other thing is, and I didn't see him in here yet, or if he might, I don't know if he's going to be in here at all, but I listened to the Toys on Tap the other day with Colin, Has Been Toys, and he was talking about, they were talking about giveaways, right? And he was like, he goes, man, I can't remember what the first thing I was giving away for free was. And I said, it was the coin. And then he goes, oh, wait a minute, it was the coin. And sure as shit, dude, I came across one of these coins. Yes, right? Heads I win, tails you lose. That was a great little giveaway, dude. Or not a giveaway, but a little freebie in the package. And then remember his packaging? Bro, the dark green dispensary pop tops.
I remember those because Dispos had just gotten those in. And fun. Okay, so do you know about the coin history though? Because I'm a fucking weirdo. Do you by chance know why these are cool as hell?
This particular one, no.
Molded and casted from a family heirloom.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Get to know your local toy dealer.
Well, you know, and I don't think we want to offend anybody by letting them know what's actually on these coins, right? But
no, man, that's a treat for them.
That's a cool coin to have. Just like if you had the real one of that, can you imagine that?
Well, I'll be honest, that's what makes that kind of shit nice to me, man, is the fact that this individual is able to not only capture a piece of their own history, but share it with us. I like that shit.
Nice. Yeah, dude, having a real coin like that, that's some Oak Island shit, dude. That's like so that's some fucking pirate treasure right there. You know,
that's how I feel about a lot of this shit. Like even Vomit's recent thing he's doing. Do you remember the old pirate pornography booklets? Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I think of when I see this, right? Artists just making things and just getting it out there. It's
yeah, for sure.
I'm so jealous you get to meet Vomiting Droids, dude. Oh.
Dude, and not just him though. Not just him.
You're gonna meet a pile of homies. Carolina Cool Cat's gonna be like, drop if you're gonna be an assembly required in the chat.
Dude, Porpoise, Wendigo. I mean, dude, I was telling Barrio Boba today. I was actually chatting with him a little bit because I swooped on that Wave 7. That is super sick. We're gonna take a look at Wave 6 tonight, by the way. But I was saying, dude, you know, it's so much more concentrated with people from our kind of neighborhood, right? Than even Decon is. Decon had some people, but it was a very limited number of people kind of in that one little area. I feel like Assembly Required is almost like, even though it's a much smaller show than Decon, it's almost like for our community, it's Decon on steroids, dude. It's like no bullshit. It's like Decon times 5 as far as the amount of people that we directly deal with on a regular basis that are there, dude. It's gonna be
we directly deal with you guys. We have to deal with you guys.
Yeah. Toys on
be fucking
no.
Hey, before we get because I'll admit, once Nim hops in here, I'll be like, or not, oh my fuck, Wendigo hops in here. I'm gonna be distracted for a hot second, getting everybody from the wheel. Haven't had a quick second to do that. I want to make sure that we do a little bit of news, only because we haven't had a chance to in the last couple days. Where are we here?
And here's my disclaimer, all right? For I like accounts and drops and shit like that, I cannot access Instagram on my computer. And so I can't jump around like crumbs. Look at all those tabs, you maniac.
Oh, I've got a couple pages. I just separated. I had so many tabs there. I just separate them into chunks and group them because there was too much going on. I wanted to make sure we give a shout out to our homie Uncle Spanks because this was a genius idea, in my opinion, attaching some glow in the dark resin fucking dinos to his hot sauce. And he's sold out today before even noon. That was fantastic, homie. Wanted to give a shout out there. Pocket Salsa. Wanted to make sure I gave a shout out, some love, as I was showing earlier with some of those pieces. This is what currently ended up going over to Pete's that he's going to be opening. And dude, look how clean and clear that is.
Yes, I saw those today, dude. It says, I know you wanted a rabbit, save your money for Assembly Required, and I'll hold the rabbit for you until after, and you wanted there. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
$10.
You got that right.
Jeez.
$10? Is that what you said?
That's what I just said.
Jesus.
That's what I said.
Giving them away. Giving them away. Jeez.
I also want to congratulate I Need Toys because they ended up taking on quite the endeavor. I know it wouldn't have been cheap, easy, or fucking easy on the brain, man. I bet this would have been frustrating and annoying. But they ended up managing to shrink a piece down. It looks like about 50%. So I'm really stoked to see that. If anybody's been curious about that process, I'm sure if you hit I Need Toys up, they'd be happy to talk to you about that. Maybe even exchange cool things for cool things. But yeah, I thought that was really nice to see, man. So I want to congratulate them on that. If anybody hasn't had a chance yet, Angry Beast did a fatty drop, in my opinion. One of these is still actually left. It's actually going to be this chap right here, still sitting in the shop. So if you haven't had a chance to yet, go and check that out. I don't know who got this rad ass fucking dino one. Also got to point it out only because Angry Beast seems to post it about it quite frequently. From what I understand, no paint, gonna be resin. So like all these little eyes and stuff and the teeth, resin. Same as on these dinos. I think the only piece of paint was on the tip of the cigarette, they said. Otherwise, eyes, resin. So they do like to kind of flex. They're casting that in there. So if you haven't got a chance yet, Angry Beast still has one of those left in the shop. Boom, 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 boom. Boba dropping like crazy right now. This was the first one I saw actually that caught my attention. I'm sorry, dude. That thing is fucking beautiful. So that guy there, but
oh, dude, yeah, that is nice.
Fire all fucking week, man.
So
drop most likely in a few weeks. Keep your eyes peeled on the Boba Drop page. Oh, Yuck Trading Co. This was actually a huge one in my opinion, man. Rojo Purdue, sculpted, Science Patrol's pull. Fuck, man.
$20? Damn. $20.
Yeah. Louis Safubi, $20 hairs. As well as they keep on popping out a bunch of hand-painted fucking mountain phantoms, man.
Yeah.
So get yourself over to Yuck Trading Co. if you haven't yet. And we were just talking about it. Barrio Boba, you just, I'm assuming, scooped all of wave 6. Wave 7 just dropped. Hit them up. Toy claim sale. All you got to do, claim in the comments. Get yourself fucking set up. B, vouch for these, man. You've got like every freaking set at this point.
Dude, I said it every time that I post something out on that thing hits so many different levels of nostalgia for me, and they're always incredibly well done. The meticulous paint on those things. Barrio Boba, dude, you talk about clean, meticulous, tiny paint work. That's your guy. And those things are always done great. Dude, we're on wave 7 now. Wave 7.
I can't believe. And you know what? He's worked with Funky McClunky as well in order to get a bunch of different heads. Dude is just killing it, man. You know, this individual, I was fortunate enough, Death and Strawberries as well. We were sitting on a live. These pieces, there's so much more going on to them than I think any of us give it credit for right off the hop. They're actually sitting in a semi flex base that's all hand casted as well. And it's like a honey sauce that has been perfectly formed, that they actually like rest their little nugget booties in this like honey dip sauce. And they casted and like more molded and casted all those little fucking containers.
Yeah, very nice, dude. Plastic hat.
Yeah, plastic hat toys. Ended up seeing them on a live, and that's where it was like really got a chance to see how intricate these pieces were and how detailed they were, man. And then Death and Strawberries
nuggets.
And we've commented on it a couple times that we've discussed it, but they just popped out some new ones. These guys here, the Gimp Nuggets. And again, nice little base. Oh, magnets, 30 shipped.
Yeah.
DM to buy. Sits in his little cage.
Yeah, very cool. A little video the other day where they were they showed how they set up a camera to get that bar, that kind of jail look through a shadow. It was very cool. Strafe is in the house. What's up, my dude?
I'm sure many of folks saw these drop this week. Just wanted to make sure to give some love.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you a quick story about that piece real quick. So I don't know if you know that like Masters of the Universe Origins came out with a Cobra Con recently, and it sold out like super fast. It was like the camouflage version. And that pissed him off. and he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna make my own. And that's exactly what he did. And they're clean as shit. Yeah. Those are good. Also, man, so he's gonna have a little bit of a new schedule as far as drops go. Like Friday's the day. So if you're looking for something from a lot of those sold, man, I'm glad for him too, dude. A lot of those were extras from Decon and stuff, and the majority of those sold recently. But Friday's the day for Hurt, man. That's probably going to be the only day that he posts on as far as drops go. I don't know if it's going to be every Friday, but it's going to be pretty a little bit more consistent and regular. But Friday's the day, so keep an eye out.
What you know about these? How
I
many
know all about those. I know that one on the left is mine, the gray brown. I know the homie O'Keefe has the blue light right there, and I don't know if that middle one is still available. It might be. Those are fucking great, dude. They're massive.
They're insane. They look beautiful.
Resin. Yeah, 2 points articulation on the arms, magnetic, super clean.
You know, I wonder if some people aren't familiar with like where this guy here comes from, and maybe that's why. Like maybe, I don't know.
You know what, dude? I also have he was given these with those too. The little mini ones, which are super sick. One of these. Wow. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyways, that same figure, but it's like a little Keshi style one. It's Hurt Toys on the boot there. Bam. Anyways.
Hey, not to put you completely on the spot.
Yes.
But
do it.
If you've got a Barrio boba box of Wave 6 and knowing that I've got to get some Wonder Wheel people plugged in, you want to open up that box and I will take over the wheel for a moment while you show everybody the freaking amazing Barrio boba pieces?
Yes, absolutely. DT O'Keefe, he got the green boy too. You dog. Good pickup.
Good. There's certain toys that you don't even care that you lost it because you're just happy to see it went to the right place, man. So,
hell yeah, dude. Nice. Absolutely, dude. Cool. Let's do it. Barrio Boba. This is Wave 6. Stickies. Bam. Thank you, sir. Those will go back out into the hood because I have a nice little stack of Barrio Boba stuff. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These were released recently. Barrio Boba, go ahead and let us know if some of these are still available. I know that there was a few of each of them. I don't know if there will be some at assembly required, but here's what I'm talking about with the paint, dude. It's just, man, it's legit every single time. Lucas L2 Live Cruz Sanchez. Very cool. Jose El Jefe Colorado. Dope. Very cool. Always so dang well done, man. Every single one of them. Guillermo El Chili Willy Dominguez. Ocho El Easter Island de Ocho. Ocho de Ocho. The IG-88. That's awesome. Man. And there we go, man. That is Wave 6. Wave 7 is also available. Yucked Muck, what is up, my dude? But yeah, so this is Wave 6. Wave 7 is out now, and I don't know if those all sold out or not. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I think most of us already know you're a glutton for punishment the way that you can like leave a box to open it until a Thursday. But I can't believe you haven't. I would have had all those ripped open. I would have been sniffing and licking every single one of those, man. You doing
well?
Okay?
To be fair, I did open it. I did just to take a peek. I didn't like look at them like super hard. I didn't open them yet. But yeah, dude, it's I mean, you know, if
What
they
is
if they got
what?
serious stench on it, dude, like Topher Toy, right? Topher Toy, like that really super high gloss paint. And I don't know if you saw that blue and purple skull pirate that he had the other day, but I swooped on that thing. Couldn't swoop on that fast enough, dude. And it came and dude, that smell on that thing was just phenomenal. It was great.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
Man,
what does a typical like peel out of the bag look like for B?
what does it look like?
Yeah, like the after hours. How do you like how up close like you know what I mean? What does that look like? What after these are done, do you sit there for like an hour afterwards and like unpeel some of these and just fucking take them in?
You know what, dude? I do a lot of looking in here. Uh, and I think it's funny. I think that's one of the great things about it, dude, is I can come in here and I can just like look around and probably stand here for a good hour just by looking around and thinking about either the piece or man, I could do this with that, or if I did a picture like this, or maybe if I did a reel, this song would match up good with this piece, or dude, you really could just stand. I mean, I'm sure I know that my family comes in here sometimes and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, nothing. I'm just look, just looking around. Colin, dude, we were just talking about the coin, brother. The coin I heard on the Toys on Tap. And we were talking about you were trying to remember what your first freebie was. And I got it before you. I said it was the coin. And then you said it was the coin. And so I found the coin and we were just talking about that. That's freaking awesome, dude. Goblin Bob says, I have tons of vinyl figures in package waiting to review them for YouTube before I open them. Yeah, dude. It's hard, man. I mean, and sometimes we have so much going on. Do we pass on unboxings and not like I have a box from Drock. Drock, thank you very much, by the way. This is going to be a giveaway, is what it is. And I'm not going to open it until next week. But that one, I truly have not opened it. There's one from New Transylvania, which we just did an unboxing with them a couple of weeks ago. I have not touched that one yet, but I know what it is. And I know they're going to be freaking phenomenal. One thing I wanted to show out here while my hand is over in this corner of the room, I'm going to show this real quick. Recycle Galaxy. What a G. Recycle Galaxy. That's the giveaway for next week. If you can see that, I'm going to try to, actually, I'm not going to take it out of the bag because I don't want to take it out of the card. But it's got like a biker scout head on it. But that's dope, dude. Recycle Galaxy in the house. Bam. That'll be next week's. Also with that little dude. That is super sick. I love that. Oh, man. So anyways, that's that, man. My hand was over there. Also, I don't know if you can see that little B to the J sticker right there. Probably not. But Recycle Galaxy made that for me, dude. And that is where that thing is going to live.
I love it, man.
Yeah, pretty sick.
That is nice of them. Nice little Jesse.
Absolutely. That's going to be a real killer giveaway. But just to put a bow on this one, dude, Barrio Boba, Wave 6, go get them. Ask if they're still available. 7, go get those. And then, if you're super nice, maybe one day you'll have the entire set and you'll be extremely happy with it. That's a good buy. All day, twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sunday.
Yeah, man. Barrio Boba, what a legend, dude.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. This chat here tonight, 41. You guys are putting me to work. If anybody missed the lovely giveaway that B to the J held up earlier, that's coming in from our lovely friend Yakomak.
Damn.
Please drop in the comments that you want that, and I will try and catch you. And then when we go to spin it, I will make sure I haven't missed you. But 50-50 chance I might still fuck it up. LeBaron is what this is. The little Baron figure. Yes.
Yuck. I guess this is my third guess now on the name of this thing, and I think I just got it. First, I said El Camino, way off. Then I said Le Sabre, also off.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the colorways.
No. The name of the figure.
Yeah, LeBaron.
Yeah,
The
LeBaron.
only reason why I knew that is because something that makes me think of LeBron James every time, which I don't know why.
LeBaron.
Yeah.
You know what LeBaron makes me think of, dude, is there's a Seinfeld episode where George has the Chrysler LeBaron. Anybody who watches Seinfeld knows what this is all about, but he buys this, he buys a Chrysler LeBaron, dude, and he thinks it was once owned by the actor John Voight. And it was owned by a John Voight, but it was a different John Voight because he spelled his name differently. And that was the episode there.
I think my brain was working tonight, Yakamuk. I don't see that I've put you in the wheel. I think I was actually on that tonight. Boom. Wendigo's been waiting very patiently for like 45 minutes. You want to pull them in? We can hang out with the Wendigo, ask them about their pieces coming up for assembly required, look at some of their past pieces. I can just bust them a bit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's do it, man. Get on in here. Yo, One Trick Pony hanging out in the chat. What is going on? Frenetic Toys, what is up? If you guys haven't seen Frenetic Toys' page, oh my freaking goodness, that individual is, dude. The paint apps, I like some of those ones are like the little smile I want. Anyways, go check out the Michael Frenetic page, Frenetic Toys.
Yep. Agreed.
Insane, man. And
spelled just like that.
Come in leaps and bounds, dude. Leaps and bounds, in my opinion. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were miles ahead already years ago, and I'm late to the party. But I am very impressed with the speed and the quality that we're seeing come out of that workshop.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I agree, 100%. Max Patton, you said One Trick Pony. What's up, dude? Oh my goodness. Strafe 7 says LeBarons are up there with the Pontiac Aztec as some of the worst cars ever. My son inherited a Pontiac Aztec. That's the Breaking Bad car. And there is a Heisenberg sticker on the back window. But yeah, dude, he's had all kinds of problems with that. He doesn't even drive it anymore. He has a different car, but he still has it. Yeah. You're on mute.
Always. I saw Wendigo was up at the top chilling there, and I admitted them in, but it seems that they've dropped the link or something. Maybe we took too fucking long.
You know what, dude?
Anytime if you need a hand, let me know. I'll make sure I have IG up. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but you were talking about when we are on mute. Check this out, dude. So yesterday, yesterday, I was doing a speaking engagement online, and it's probably one of the largest groups I've ever spoken to. And when they introduced me, the lady, we were setting up before, and she was like, make sure you check in 20 minutes before to make sure everything, blah, 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 camera, audio, all this shit. Yeah, okay, cool. So everything's good. And then she goes, okay, now normally they don't do this. She goes, okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you turn your camera and your microphone off, and then we're gonna introduce you, and then you just turn your shit on, and then you go. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Boom, they're talking, blah, 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 blah. They say my name. Boom, camera goes on. I go into my shit, right? Blah, 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 blah. Just going down. Like, my boss texts me. He goes, you're on mute. Because I'm the only one on the screen, right? There's no one there saying like, hey, bro, we can't hear you. So I don't know how long I went on for before it stopped, dude. But it was basically like stop, start over. And
you've seen the footage that went live of the individual doing the news who thought they had turned off their webcam from the Zoom meeting?
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, things can be worse, right?
Absolutely. You're right, man. I was talking about like, insurance and how it relates to, job site safety and blah, blah, blah. I know what you're talking about. Those are hilarious. Or people leave them on and they go to the bathroom or something like that. That's comedy right there.
Well, I don't know if you.
That's what I'm talking about, Jazz. You're right.
Yeah. So for anybody who hasn't seen it, basically there was an individual that unfortunately thought that they had turned off their portion of their webcam and stuff for a Zoom meeting with everybody, and of course proceeds to get up and grab some tissues and some Vaseline and come back. and like one of the people obviously clues in, and they're very much like, Brad, your camera's still on. Brad, your camera's still on. And you can tell like this guy like really has like a moment where he almost like even checks things over on his computer, and it was kind of like, yeah, everything's closed up. But no, things are not closed up. And of course now everybody in the meeting, as this dude like proceeds to undo his pants, everybody's like, oh my gosh, is he about to end it? Yeah. So
Oh my God, dude. Or the cat filter. That was a funny one.
oh, I'm not a cat. Jesus, yeah.
I'm not a cat.
Shit with technology these days.
Dude, I was dying. I'm not a cat. Actually, sure, you are a cat.
I've got Wendigo coming in here now, man.
Nice.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. No idea what Wendigo looks like. Maybe they actually look like an actual Wendigo. No clue. Oh,
no.
Yeah. It'll take a second. You know how it goes. It always takes some. And the audio going. I don't know why I muted myself mid-sentence there, like force of habit.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Episode of Black Mirror. Wow, dude, Black Mirror. That's one I haven't watched in a while. Did you ever watch that show?
I've seen some of them. I'll be totally honest. I have got to be careful with mindful consumption, man. What up?
Oh yeah.
There we go. What's up, guys?
Wendigo, what's happening, man?
Not much, guys. How you doing? I figured it out.
You figured it out. I hope you weren't wearing that mask this entire time.
Well, I put it on after that first little mix-up we had, so I'm not. Yeah, not too long.
And I am so sorry. It doesn't actually matter, but I am just curious because I'm so sorry, man. I'm detecting a slight accent going on. Where are you from, Wendigo?
Dude, Southern accent. It's a Southern accent, I think.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe so. I'm not sure.
Fair. It might have been the mask was amplifying it a little bit. How you doing, dude?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Did you say, Crumbs? Now you said you detected an accent? I don't hear it.
Okay, so I'll be totally honest. I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot here for a second, but personally, in like the hardcore scene, typically, like we know of certain dudes that like they're almost like that tough guy metal area, and usually that's gonna be like New York, New Jersey, Boston. So personally, in my opinion, you almost have that like tough guy like inflection on there. And I was like, oh shit, are we dealing with like a Boston homie or a New York homie? Like, what is this?
I don't know how that worked out, but I have had people say it sounds like I'm like from up north somewhere, but like born and raised in Virginia, so it's like kind of right there in the middle. But man, everybody I grew up with, had that Southern drawl for sure.
Nice, dude. So let's start here, man. This is something, and you don't even have to, and I probably should have checked with you before we even started this, but this is something I was thinking about that we should ask more of our guests. So toys aside, this scene aside, what do you do in your regular Wendigo life?
Oh man, I'm in the beer industry. You guys, anybody who's familiar with Asheville, we all are. Everybody's in the beer or restaurant industry pretty much. So I'm working kind of with wine right now. So that's kind of cool. Something new for me. But I moved down here to get in the beer industry about 8 years ago. The plan was to do a bunch of art, but I came down here and I don't know, hit little artist block for quite a while, which is all good. I was, had plenty of other stuff to do for sure. What else do I do? I mean, also here in Asheville, man, being outside all the time. The mountains are beautiful. Started playing disc golf a couple years ago. Another very Asheville thing. All right, the house we just moved into, been here for about a year, actually has like a course like right across the street, so I could like throw a disc off my front porch for hole 6. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's about it.
Disc golf is wild, dude. I see a couple of those disc golf videos, and now my Instagram feed is just flooded with it, man. That shit is wild. We actually have that out here too, man. There's a little course. That's odd. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, it's like I'm not good by any means, but it's a way to get out and have fun while you're like walking around and getting some steps in, So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then a bunch of other art stuff. I kind of started doing 2D art. Picked up Toyz again and kind of went serious about. It's only been 6 or 8 months now. Hadn't been too long. yeah, man, draw, paint, do a lot of that. And Nashville's pretty friendly to a lot of that stuff, so that's pretty cool.
I am curious. You mentioned
cut
like
you
you
off,
were
dude.
hoping to do a bunch of art. And obviously, like I'm even scrolling your page, I'm creeping. You have a lot of painting stuff, but the one that caught me off guard, man, I'm gonna even just like pull it up. And maybe you can kind of tell us a little bit of what this period was. Buttons as well, correct?
A lot of buttons. Oh, so many buttons.
But these guys, I wasn't expecting. I was looking at these earlier. The hell we got here, homie?
Dude, the Shiv project, man.
Wow, dude.
I was doing research on like prison shivs and stuff, man. And I just had a bunch of stuff like grew up like my parents, we grew up on a bunch of land. My dad's like a hoarder. He's got all this farm equipment, all sorts of shit in a big shop and stuff. And I would just scour the place for trash and and make shivs out of it. So there's just a bunch of trash knives I did, and had a little just a little spot on the wall for a little exhibit I did.
Dude, that's straight up Shawshank Redemption right there, dude.
How long were you doing pins for, dude?
Probably about a year before whenever that was. Yeah, we're looking like 500 weeks ago, man. You'll see like a big gap in my social media history. I took, like I said, I had a million different reasons, but I just wasn't feeling too creative for quite a number of years and wasn't on social media for a long time. So I was like kind of out of the toy game. I mean, honestly, Assembly Required, oddly enough, was like the only place I'd really get a toy fix. And it's kind of crazy now getting back on Instagram and kind of seeing how big that is. You guys were just talking about it, how many people that we know and people that I've met over the past 6 months that are going to be there. I get to see their faces and meet all these people. It'd be pretty cool.
Touch their sweaty hands, your sweaty hand.
There you go, man.
I think this, to be totally honest, I hope it's not offensive whatsoever. This is when a lot of eyes shot to your page, man.
Yeah.
This came out of nowhere.
I'd seen other people doing it, man. I was just fucking around and having fun with these pieces and, you know, just kind of getting into it. It's always kind of weird figuring out like, how much do I want to charge? Like, what is this worth? What is it worth to me? What is it worth to somebody else? You know, that's always a balance you gotta decide for in your own head. But for me, man, it's after I started doing art and like finally parted with those first couple pieces, it's something I want to do. Like, I don't want to hold on to anything that I made, you know, like give it all away, whether it's giving it away or whatever price it sells for or anything, you know, like I just don't like hanging on to my own stuff.
Well, I think what caught me off guard was like even scrolling down your page, like one, like it seemed almost like all of a sudden like you just had shit figured out. Like
Yeah.
you know, we don't go through your page and see a bunch of toys. It's like out of nowhere, you're just kind of like, yeah, I made this, I'm giving it away. And it was kind of like, what the fuck?
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think it was a good way for me to just kind of get some more eyes on the page now that I'd started like getting back into creating stuff and making things. And yeah, man, I think I learned a lot. If you scroll way back, I don't even know where it is, but you don't have to do that. But yeah, I researched myself in preparation for this podcast, and I guess I poured my first toys about 10 years ago. Wasn't a lot of information back then, man. It was tough, and I didn't really have the money to like do all the trial and error and everything. But I think at some point in here, I was doing like resin paintings. It might have been further up now. But I was doing like layered resin paintings. That's kind of how I got into the medium. You know, doing like layer of painting, layer of resin, some kind of a cutout or something like that. It's like some 3D like kind of shadow box stuff. And that's what got me into resin stuff before that.
Did you, and sorry, I don't mean to be like hopping all over. Did you
good,
sculpt the head for the purple dude we were looking at earlier? Because it looks so in tune with your style of illustration. Yeah,
good call, man. That was like one of the first, I mean, I guess the first sculpt I did. Yeah, and I see where it's kind of hard, like trying to adapt that. I mean, you see, it's all skulls and eyeballs and all that kind of stuff. So when I'm sculpting, that's kind of what I want to create. Kind of hard to do for a lot of like, you know, the style of action figures. You know, Safubi, I think would work really well. Maybe one day I'll get there, but you know, I don't know how well some of that drawing and stuff kind of translate to resin. But we'll find out, man. I'll keep fucking around.
Well, and it's funny because toys, like when you think about it, like there's so many versatile mediums in it, right? You can have like the action figure, but also like there's tons of people that have almost like the quote unquote paperweight toys, you know,
Hmm.
little mini kaijus.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't
Yeah, and
know,
that's
dude.
kind of what
Just
I had started out with. I'll I got one here actually. I'll show you because I found the tackle box that I had all my original casting stuff in. I threw a bunch of stuff away, but this was my first cast. This little
Oh
gremlin.
damn.
We got bubbles, man. You can see a big bubble in his eye. How simple he is, but just like a little dump mold, and he is frothy on the bottom. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Good to see that. Super frothy, but I kept him around. I mean, I haven't displayed him or anything, but he's still here for sure. But I was
you know,
messing around. That yeah, I just didn't have time, and I mean, really, the money I think was the biggest thing. Is I mean, it's a lot of stuff to figure out on your own, and luckily this time around, there's so many helpful people, man. There's no gatekeepers. I'm sure there are out there, but for the most part, man, it's open. No, nobody is really hoarding their secrets. There's a few out there for sure, but for the most part, man, you ask somebody what they're doing, what they're using, how they're making their molds, what resin they're using, what dyes.
a
People will
secret
talk to
sauce
you,
is
man.
a secret sauce, but you're so right, dude. 10 years ago, people were not sharing like what the fuck they were using for molding or casting, to the point that
Mm.
like I definitely know dudes that like their first casts were like hot glue, or first mold was like their dad's fucking like silicone caulking for the tubs and stuff, you know, like
That's wild, man. Yeah, yeah.
nobody knew what was going on. And to the point
Mm.
that unfortunately, because it was so rare, people were like putting tape and stuff over their labels so you couldn't see it. Like, I'm glad to see that you came back into the game, man. And
Yeah.
you're going hard as
Yep.
well.
Real hard, man. Assembly required after it was like right at the time when I, really getting my feet back in, and they opened up the registration for it, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna slow down on this, and I haven't been making stuff for assembly required since that decision, but definitely the past 2 months. Sorry for anybody who's been trying to grab stuff online, but I just want to have the goal is
Hmm.
about like 120 pieces I'll have for the show. So anything that doesn't sell will end up on the internet. So that I'd love to sell out, fingers crossed, but I don't think it's going to happen.
120 pieces to AR.
Yeah, man. Yeah, about
Holy shit.
30 of those are the Frankensteins. So they weren't too bad to make, but like 10 or 12 Raider bots, 30 creepers, 20 of the vagrant hijackers, 10 feral burn victims, and then however many crawls I can get finished. So that mold bit, yeah, that body mold bit the dust. So I've got a couple old kind of shitty bodies that I'm trying to repair and put some arms on. So didn't get as many of those as I wanted to do because I really want to kind of focus on those crawls. I think it's a cool like original sculpt. It's not necessarily a sculpt, but an original character. I think it's not just a typical Star Wars bootleg or anything like that. It fits
Yeah,
in well.
yeah.
Fits in well size wise, but it's something a little bit different.
Yeah. Dude, those Tuscan creepers, man. God, those things are sick, dude, with the cape. Is all dude, so I think I have two separate pieces from you, and I think they're both magnetic articulation. Is all your stuff magnetic?
The creepers actually aren't. The creepers have those Lego pegs.
Yeah.
And mainly just did that because I was having trouble with the magnets I was using. Those arms are just a little bit bigger, so they're too heavy. And I think he looks so good with his, the pose with his arms out.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't, you got to have that. So I'd like to maybe get some stronger magnets for them. And to be honest, goal for this year is it would be awesome to get rid of magnets altogether for that little stuff. But I'm just not confident enough with my joints and articulation and all that stuff quite yet to step away from it. But I've especially realized over this assembly required push, drilling holes, man, and doing all that work it gets tedious, man. It takes a lot of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But dude, you're killing, like, I feel so stupid that that's all I really got to say about it, but you're killing it, man. Like,
Thanks. Nah, dude. That's awesome, man. That's all you got to say. I appreciate that. Those guys are fun, man. Those little got like little foil reflectors glued to their chest pieces there. Just a couple little dots of paint just to give it a little accent. But
they look like fun, playable toys, man. Like, you've built
yeah,
a little world with these guys. Like, and like, I'm obsessed with these dudes.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, those are sick, dude.
I got we'll switch around when I start showing off some toys. I'll switch my camera around. I got it set up here so I can show some of that stuff and move some stuff around.
If you want.
Buck says the Palpatine guys with the RoboCop legs, dude. Those are badass too, dude. Those are way bigger. So I saw the picture and I'm thinking, oh, they're not all that big, but God, dude, monsters. Those are great.
They're chunky, man. It's like,
oh my
I
god,
don't know, a little over 100 grams of resin just for the body, which anybody out there who's pouring probably knows. It's a lot. I know.
So
it's like
a
it's a
Kenner
simple piece.
swamp thing is 72. So if you consider like a Kenner swamp thing, basically just like fucking all the legs filled in with resin too, and the arms filled in with more resin, like that's a chunky boy, man.
Yeah, man, it was stressed me out. The cups I used for all my resin mixing were too small, just by like this much. As like having to mix up, get new cups eventually. But yeah, man, they're chunky, and I think they go good. They're a little bit smaller than like the Safubi that I was kind of basing around of. There's like 6-inch like Bandai Ultraman stuff, but it's close enough. It looks pretty good side by side.
damn.
Can I bug you to hold one up? Actually, sorry again.
Of course, man. So these magnets feel good. They're nice and tight. I'll get you this other one that's got all of them for assembly required will have both sets of arms. So these are like little, dude, they're from some I think Pirates of Caribbean toy that I've gotten like 4 of them through random, bags from yard sales or whatever. But
Yeah,
I sculpted a little bit to make them fit there correctly. But yeah, man, I thought they went good.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay, so even the two. Whoa, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I just realized I didn't even turn them on. With the ice back, with that glacier back.
Even knowing that they were bigger than I knew they would be, they're still even bigger than I thought they would be. They're huge, man.
They're chunky, man, and they feel good. They feel good in the hand. It's like I don't know, like a little softball or something.
Dude, Glacier, dude, look at that. If you laid that on its back, that's exactly what it would look like, dude. Glacier in the ocean. Dude, that is sick.
The iceberg.
Damn.
I tried originally. I just put too much resin in it, but I was hoping to get them in all these little like rises and ridges and stuff, but it still ended up looking pretty tight. I like it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I know
man.
it's stupid and it's probably like a primal part of my brain, but because of the glacier in there, it kind of seems vaginal and I'm stoked on that. I can tell my brain is like, that kind of looks like a pussy and I fucking love it. Sorry. Jesus. Welcome back.
I love it, dude. I love it. I know which one I'll save for you.
That's awesome, dude. Porpoise said he heard crumbs go into orbit.
Yo. Oh, that one looks marbled too.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, man, I can flip the camera around if you guys want to see a couple of these.
Let's do it. Let's see the goods, man. Let's fucking do it.
I got some lights set up.
Good.
We'll see if I can figure this part out though. Here we go. All right. See, this guy's like got a little bit of marbling on him. There's some like mica powder. Try to get this light a little bit better.
Man, I love all the
Add some,
textures that you've built up back there, dude.
Yeah, dude, you can see that shine on there.
Yeah, that was kind of like coral reef. It's got some kind of like underwater feel to it, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
And I know that Pez dispenser that head's from, so like I can only imagine like the size. I'm trying so hard. Like, fuck, those are beefy, dude.
Yeah, pretty beefy. I actually found a toy store here locally just had a big shipment of Pez come in, and I got like 5 other Star Wars Pez heads, and that's another project for this year, just to maybe make a couple more of these. A Boba Fett and a Darth Vader. There's a Chewbacca that looks kind of goofy. And yeah, these are just like actually the original Garamond arms. I just molded those. I'll show you that.
Dude, what size RoboCop? I know there's so many different RoboCops out there. What size RoboCop are the legs on that?
Oh man, I would say he was probably like 10 or 12 inch.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, because that was another one. I got that toy in pieces. I don't think it had any arms. I'm trying to think. It's so long ago since I took completely disassembled that toy. But yeah, it was a pretty big one. Yeah, so you guys were talking about Tofa earlier. This is one that he painted up for me, but
so tell me about I saw that you're gonna have 2 of those that were painted up by Topher, or does
man.
What's that all about?
I love his paint jobs, man, and I just been talking to him. I bought a couple toys off of him, and I got a couple of these Garamons, and I actually hit him up a couple months ago and asked him if he'd be interested in doing a little collab with me. And yeah, man, I cranked them out there at the end. They're in the mail now. I wish I was able to show those to you guys, but they just hit the mailbox today, I think. So
I got them in a tab we'll pull up later too. I know it's not quite the same, but
yeah, he posted a good set on his Instagram. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to give up that bloodbath when he did.
Oh my god, dude!
I don't want to keep
so
it for
funny.
myself.
Bro, that's the one that I saw, and I'm just like, holy shit!
Yeah,
dude. What is that?
But like I was saying, like I can't be keeping any of my own stuff. And if I want to commission something, I'll commission him to paint something else in that paint style. I got to get rid of it. But man, I was so happy with how they turned out.
Yeah, legit, dude. Super good.
All right. Yeah. Show a couple more things. You guys were talking about this one.
See, because you've been doing this for like 10, barrel burn victim. That's one where I'll be honest. So my brain is having such a hard time because the green one I fucking love because it makes me think of Swamp Thing, like Alec Holland when he's getting up out of the swamps. But black and red always looks so cool.
Yeah, man, that's what I was thinking. It just makes sense with the charred skin. And yeah, this guy's actually as glossy as he looks in the pictures. Anybody knows like use much Citadel paint, that's just a blood for the blood guide. Just put it on there and then wipe it off. It just has like the gnarliest shine. It's just wet.
I know that I'm so sorry that like I'm like almost imposing my imagination on your creative endeavor. But
that's what art is all about, man.
I've just never seen an Alec Holland mid Swamp Thing transformation figure, and that is probably the closest thing I think that exists out there. You know what I mean?
I love that,
like burning victim with fucking viney green shit just like pulling out over the shoulder. It's like, yeah, dude, man.
I love that. Yeah, man, that's what art's all about, is what it makes you feel, man. I don't have anything. I mean, I kind of learned that through all the 2D stuff, because there's always that question, like, what's this mean? It's just like, I don't know. I make things that looks cool, and that's all I really want to do. And you interpret it how you want to, and I'm all about it, man. If it makes you feel something like that, that's rad, dude.
Did you have to do additional sculpting on that head to get the burning, or is that?
Yeah. So it's a Skeletor head, and then it's one of those things. I don't know if we'll get it up there, but I just layered up. Yeah, just some mush on there.
Nice and wet looking.
Nice and wet.
Damn.
And then yeah, this is like a Freddy Krueger body, I believe, from some line they did. And some bootleg. I think these are Galaxy Warrior legs. But originally wanted to do some articulation on his waist, but I ended up just fixing it and gluing them on. Put a peg in there because I couldn't get it to glue quite as tight as I wanted to.
I find a lot of those peg in the midsections are really hard to get tight.
Yeah. And this one was just flat. I was hoping on sanding both sides down as flat as I could and them sticking together, and it just didn't work. But these things tip over. They're good when you put them on your shelf, but I got these little stands for them because I'm afraid anybody who bumps into the table will knock them over, and it's just gonna be a mess every time. So I got these little stands for them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I recommend that to anybody. They had an extra joint on them, and they were too tall and they wouldn't bend right. So I just like took a half of it and made them shorties. And that's all. Nice. It's totally fine. It'll prevent them from wiggling around. For the castle, so yeah, I posted a little bit of that in my story, but I'm building this blacklight castle for my table at Assembly Required.
Oh, nice.
That's a smart idea, man.
I want you to see this.
What about? Oh yes. Oh shit.
So it's got a little switch over here so that turn the black light on if you want to see
Oh
anything.
hell yeah.
Like UV in there, and then you'll be able to just turn it off if you want to see anything glow, which this one doesn't. But I had to build this little thing. I realized anybody who wants to do something like this, make sure this thing is like deep. It's too shallow. So I made this. Of course, I put magnets on the little drape because I don't know how well lit the lighting is going to be at the Gray Eagle. So I don't know if I'll need this little light shade. Hopefully, I can leave this off. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get anything to glow in there if too much light comes in. But yeah, I just built this thing.
Dude, what a great idea, though. Holy smokes, dude.
What a good looking crew.
Yeah, man. These are all from like, these are all pieces from like some board game that I bought again, a yard sale that was incomplete. And the rest of it's just like foam board and stuff that I just chopped up. I made the top so that I could set some characters up there for display.
Yeah, sexy.
Thanks, guys.
Dope, man. Glowman Dan had one at Decon, but it was just like the square box, which was cool. That thing right there is way sick.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, put it over to your table just to check it out.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live, dude.
Yeah, we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it.
Fuck, yes, dude. I'm glad you got that. That's fucking awesome. Look at Bill O'Reilly. What a savage, dude.
Yeah, that guy's sexy.
Oh man.
I think I'll show off some more of these while we're got the camera this way.
Those came together so fucking dope, man. That
thanks.
Between the head sculpt, I don't even remember the toy line that body came from, and then of course the faction arms. Ooh, what a
the body is a Burger King cave troll.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like a, and that's kind of where I got the name from, just chopping out most of the letters in cave troll, and that's how I got Kroll. It's kind of how I came up with the name. But yeah, I was
those are fun.
Pretty stoked with the color match.
Yeah,
because these arms aren't, these aren't cast. These are just painted arms.
No, but you crush that like every fucking time, man. Like admittedly, I was talking to somebody with the set that I have, and I mentioned I was like, the arms are the original faction arms, but the color matching is fucking on point.
Thanks, man. I think the one you got, I did pretty well with too. I was pretty happy with how that one turned out. This one also turned out good. Super lime green.
Pores on though are fucking insane, dude.
With the what's on these?
The pores on like the.
Oh, thanks, man.
They're the fade into the yellow, like they're towards the bottom of the feet, dude, and then it's very very subtle into the green and into the yellow, and on the other one with the kind of pink and purple, dude, it's just
yeah, I like how these turned out.
Dude.
I got these. I posted one IG, but these little multi-pores, everybody really like these.
Fuck yeah.
And these are fun. I mean, you don't have to worry as much about the color matching on these that have all the colors. This is all just like waste resin from other pours that I would just pour in these molds.
They look good in a clan too. Like, you know what I mean? Like a cluster of those fucks.
Yeah. I'm working on the weapons. I realize I don't have all the pieces I need, but weapons are next. I was hoping to get those up there.
I should have brought them over because you actually end up implementing like little eyelets and chains, and I love that, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, with the eyelets, I'm missing the eyelets right now is what I'm out of. But yeah, these are again, man. These are just like straight up just the final faction pieces.
But
I think this is
so nice on there, man. Like that just comes together so fucking dope.
This is supposed to be. It's not even like supposed to be a face. It's supposed to be a little spider
creature,
like droid thing. Stands like this. But it's just like, it's got the eyes on there. It just looks perfect.
It really does. And with that body pour.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, man. Is this AR stuff too?
Yeah, man. Everything you see, dude, it's all going to be there. You're going to have a lot. You're going to have a lot to choose from, my friend.
God dang.
So, yeah. I brought a couple other things just to show these up close. I mean, I think most of the people here probably follow me, but these are some special Raider bots that I did. I think I did one on a giveaway with these gas masks on them. But I did cast those little gas masks, and that's
I
a
don't think
modify.
I've ever seen that at all.
Nice, hell yeah! So this is a surprise for you. So yeah, the Raider bot with I just kind of sculpted out his face and put a little hole in it so they'd glue on there well. But I believe that's also a Final Faction like tank pack thing from their scuba diver. I just had to chop it up and make it a little bit shorter, but yeah, man, just a nice little play off of the Raider bot.
Fuck. I like, damn.
I'll have a couple of those. This guy, you had mentioned, like, I do think you had said something like this when we were looking at him earlier, but I like the way this head fits on here. I think it gives him like personality because it's almost like a ball socket the way it kind of fits in there. So you can have
one of my always favorite articulations, man. When like it actually sinks in, I love it.
Yeah, you can give him like a little nod.
Dude, so the fade on the arms from the blue to the purple, and then the same on the legs from the greenish to the yellow. Holy shit, dude! It looks like it's airbrushed, bro.
And I love actually like the you do like a minimalistic paint app on them that just really rounds them off, like in just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, those arms are nuts, dude.
Look at that forehead.
Yeah, man. I agree with that paint job. It's what I think General Porpoise talked about it last week. It can be a little frustrating because it's just one more layer of I'm still worried about my magnets not sticking tight enough and so many other things. And paint just adds one more layer of something to get messed up on these toys that, trying to find the balance between somebody who actually wants to know whether we're actually playing with them or not, or like moving them around or whatever,
Look
and
at
then
that like 1 millimeter framing around that rectangle.
You talk about tedious. Those things are like 1 millimeter by 2, and I was trying to cut those out. I had a lot of trial and error with those.
Man, even just trying to get like the right amount of glue.
Yeah, that was the end of a toothpick and 3 small dots in there. Yeah, and then I definitely messed up a few. Had to restart because they would just get on there, and when I try to push it, it would slide a little bit. It's not a great surface to stick onto, but yeah, man, I'm happy with how these turned out.
Like, take in that light box like situation for a second there. You've got like these fucking awesome 3.5 sized like crawls. You've got an actual like 3.5 like 7.5 like action figure, a 5.5 dude chilling over there. Like what a portfolio, dog. Fucking Thanks. And then the chonky boys.
Yeah,
like wow.
I think originally I wanted to get into this, and the He-Man and Motu stuff was all that 5.5 stuff was what I really wanted. It's like the most nostalgic to me. But shit, man, even with like what I knew coming into this, how much resin I wasted trying to start out on the 5.5 because a mess up on one of those is 3.75s.
There's so much more forgiveness there.
For sure. And it's a little bit more in my eyes with the resin I was using originally when I first got back into this. I was using some pretty thick Amazon resin, and I couldn't get it to really pour into most of these like 3.75s. The arms, I'll get bubbles in the fingers and all that stuff.
Too viscous,
yeah. And just switching over to the smooth on stuff, it just opened up a new world for me for these little Star Wars stuff. But yeah, man, I'm like the Star Wars figures and the 3 3/4. They're not quite as nostalgic to me. I didn't have as many growing up or anything, but that's not what all of this is about for everybody. And I realized that it's like these are really fun. You've got so much stuff to choose from versus the Motu style stuff. You don't have nearly as many parts and not as much as you can do.
What was probably like the main line for you growing up?
Oh man. Let's see. Somehow, let me switch over. I think either, I don't know if my mom shaped like my interest in toys or if she just happened to know me, but anything that was just slimy and gross. But I like realized like looking back, and there was things I didn't even realize I had until like I get into this like later as an adult, like Toxic Crusaders. Like she got me a whole bunch of those. I didn't watch the show, I didn't watch the movies. And I was just an 8-year-old with a bunch of just Toxic Crusader stuff. I mean, it's fairly adult oriented toy line, but she just saw it and she's boogers and bones and whatever, man. She knows I'm all about it. I had a bunch of Ninja Turtles, but those didn't really stick with those. I don't know. They don't do it for me these days quite as much. Just some cool stuff out there, but I don't look at them and think that I usually want those on my shelf. A lot of WWF figures. I had like the WWF, the ring. And I mean, every day for years of my life, I know I was just slingshotting those guys into each other forever. So yeah, man. And then a bunch of He-Man, a bunch of Motu stuff, of course. So we had a bunch of that, and that's about it. Started getting, I say maybe some McFarlane and some Spawn stuff when I started to get in. And that would be like when I was probably at that age where just like toys are cool, but I can't be cool and have toys. And that's about when I gave everything up for a while, until adulthood at least.
I feel like that's definitely a common trait. Most people, it's almost like that, like 16 to 21, you're almost like you're still buying comic books, or like you're still holding on to certain toys you cherish, but you're definitely not like booking it to the toy aisle. And then you reach like 24, 25, and you're just like, fuck it. Grocery store, where's the toys? Walmart, where's the toys? Like,
and I don't know how it was up in Canada, Crumbs, but I know out here, like that same time period that we're talking about when Spawn was out, you used to be able to buy Spawn at Blockbuster Video. They ended up having a little toy section, and for me, it was always like, a little bit more legitimate. And if you were buying it at Blockbuster Video, you weren't going to the toy store. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, I'm just getting a movie and maybe an action figure.
An adult collectible.
Yeah, right. And a compact disc.
Yeah, there you
go. Dude, so you got assembly required coming up, and then what's going to be kind of like the format? Just kind of restocking the store and just doing kind of regular drops? And
yeah, man, I think going back to that, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll have plenty of stuff to throw up online with all these lines that I've got now. I think I burned out a couple molds through this push, so definitely be some new mold making. I've also, over the past 2 months, got a couple good eBay scores, a couple good flea market scores. I got some new fodder for some new toys. So
nice.
It'd be nice to just get back and make some molds again. Because I've just been trying to crank out all this stuff for this show, and I didn't want to do anything new that I just knew. I didn't want to dig into anything too new. So
did you say 226 items earlier? 200 and some?
No, like about 120.
120.
100. It's still a lot, but
it's an insane amount, man. It's an insane amount.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Man, I didn't want to sell out. I mean, like, again, I would love to sell out, but I also didn't want my booth to look empty the second day. I wanted the booth. The plan is I would rather have it look like it's almost full the whole time, just so I have that allure, that eye-catching thing. Because even if the toys are cool, if you're just trying to catch those stragglers at the end and you've only got a couple pieces, they might not stop by and look at those last couple you got. So
it's a great point, dude. That's Zimico. You know what I mean?
Dude, it blows my mind. I don't know how anybody.
Bro, I think at Decon, I think what they were like, when you bought a piece, they would bring another piece out and put it right back in its place. So they have like this like massive sea of pieces every time. But you walk by and you're just like you said, dude, it's very eye-catching. You're just like, holy shit, what's going on over here?
Right. Yeah. It just brings the eyes, and having that full shelf, having things fully stocked looks good. So and I was messing around. I've got the table set up like 2 weeks ago. It's been in the living room this whole time because I just want to make sure I get everything set up. I got the basic understanding from doing like booths, because I do markets and stuff here every now and then. But I did realize there's not a lot of crossover as far as like display equipment goes. My little print stands don't work for toys, so I still had to build some stuff with some pegboard. Obviously built the castle, and then got a couple of those little like step risers for the stuff to go on the table. So
Nice.
got a banner. I don't know where I'm going to put the banner. Hopefully they'll let me hang it behind me, but we'll see. We'll figure something out.
Do you have any help, or is it just you?
My girlfriend's coming with me, so
Nice.
she'll help me. So I can wander around and spend all the money I make. Which is probably what I'll end up doing. So I don't know. I'll probably try to wait until the last day to see who wants to trade stuff. But I know there's going to be a couple pieces out there that like that might not be here.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty short day. I mean, for me, it's easy. Like I said, just being local here, it makes it all easy for me. I don't have to prepare. I feel like I don't have to prepare nearly as much. If I forget anything, somebody will run home and get it, you know?
Yeah, dude, what an advantage. That's I think that's kind of half the battle for a lot of these people that go to shows out of state is just kind of getting there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Make things in one piece when you get there and everything shows up if you're flying or whatever it is. So
I can't imagine. It's stressful enough just putting something in the mail, like bubble wrapping the shit out of it, putting it in a sturdy box, and then hoping that's going to show up to somebody. I can only imagine your luggage, like, and just trusting whoever's touching your luggage or whatever machine is throwing around that your toys are going to show up in proper condition.
Yeah. Right. Oh man. What up, Rumsey? I think I cut you off a minute ago.
No, my brain can't think of anything I was saying earlier. Fuck that. I think I was going to ask, like, how are you transporting that much stuff? But then you kind of answered that.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, it seems like you have quite a relief on your like coming back and not having to worry about being like, oh fuck, man, I'm burnt out from doing that. Now I've got to cast a bunch of shit. It's like, no, like, and if I could even put like one more suggestion out there, maybe even just like take pictures of stuff so that way, like, when you come back, you just have a folder and you're just like, fuck it, this is what's left.
Yeah.
Because like,
dude,
you might be exhausted, man.
Yeah, well, if anybody who's looking for a website or whatever, Squarespace is easy as hell, man. I tried doing a website for prints and stuff like that years ago, and it wasn't nearly as intuitive as it is now. Dude, Squarespace is so easy. Just snap a picture with a phone. I'll usually just start a new listing, take the picture with the phone, and then type up the description on the computer. It's all there. Super quick, super easy. So it does get tedious though with like those little Frankensteins, especially when you do everything. Most of the stuff I'm doing is one-offs, so it's not something like I post one post for 5 figures. It's like every single one's its own colorway, and that's something I'll probably mess around with this year as well. Maybe doing some more blocks and actual runs instead of one-offs, because I think that's kind of cool, a little bit easier. And
it's easier, but it's also tough. And actually, I was gonna bring that up earlier. Like, you killed that, man. Like with those, especially with the I can't remember their names right now. Unfortunately, the aliens we were looking at earlier, the teal sets that you had.
Right. Thanks, man. Yeah, and I think it looks cool as long as you dial in that color combo and you get a good one. I definitely have a few 4 assembly required. There's probably like 4 that are blue bodies with orange arms, but I didn't consider them like a run or anything like that. I did just build a new mold for those. It's got 4, but it's like a 4 body block, so I can do 4 bodies at a time.
Gang.
But then I did like dude. I got a 4 head mold and then a 2 arm mold. 4 arms is pretty tough, or 4 sets of arms is pretty tough to do in a single.
Wow.
So my math doesn't quite work out. I'll finish. I'll make a secondhand mold eventually, but we'll get there.
Even so, you're pumping them out with that. Go ahead, man.
Oh, I was just gonna say, man, who is on your list of guys that you like to either buy from or collect, or pieces out there where you're just like, damn, dude, that's dope?
For me, well, again, in preparation, I brought some pieces, my first like resin like art figures. And I was curious because a couple people I've talked to don't know this guy. You guys know Motorbot?
I did not know.
Familiar with his work? He was. Again, these were from like 10 or 12 years ago, probably. I got 2 of these guys. He called it a scowl.
Oh, damn.
This sort of like 3-eyed, like full little owl thing. I got 2 of these. And this would be like one of the guys that definitely like kind of influenced me to get into it those years ago. Because this is a pretty easy mold, it's just a dump mold from the top. And then this is one of my favorite pieces of all time of his. It's
Oh, wow.
it's a planter. It's like a succulent planter.
Oh shit.
We got a little like rock butt. But yeah, got
Wow.
this. I bought one of these like I said like 10 or 12 years ago and lost it to move or somebody stole it. I don't know what, but I actually found one of these. This one on Vicious Fun like 2 years ago, and I got it from my lady. Just so I could kind of have it in the house again too. But she's got a bunch of house plants, so he was like the first person that really got me into like resin toys and art toys back in the day. Man, these days, like I said, I hadn't been on social media for so long. There's so many artists that I know that I want so much stuff from. It's kind of overwhelming to get back on. It's just like shit. I want some of this. I want some of that. And I know I've got a bunch of pieces from Assembly Required that, unfortunately, I probably don't even know the artists who made them. I bought them there. It's very likely that I followed them online now. I might even know them. And I've got pieces here that I don't even know is theirs. Just kind of being out of the loop like that. Definitely gonna buy a bunch of Resin Blood. I just really enjoy his. I love his style, man. It's just I want somebody to crank stuff out too. I just love his like I don't know, like his take on the bootleg, just toys. It's just like creating cool stuff and just cranking it out and just making things that look cool and with no rhyme or reason half the time and just all this crazy shit going on and how simple they are. And just they're kind of metal. They're kind of
passion.
Yeah, and I love that. And that's kind of cool because I like that because you're making more affordable toys. And then there's people out there that I really dig, like Lab Monkey. You just got all these people that are just that have a fixation on something different from a process, which I think is really cool. Resin Blood for cranking stuff out and just doing those simple paint applications. I really like those with just like the quick airbrush a lot of times, just a simple little fade or something like that. Yeah. And then somebody who's like a mold making master. You got people, engineers like Kerfloss and stuff like that. And there's a lot of those people that, I'm really digging. And even if I'm not trying to collect their stuff, I'm not really a huge collector. I've got some shells for sure. But I'm not like a completionist on anything. Similar to like when I was growing up, I want things that are gnarly, gross, booger, slime, skulls, all that kind of stuff. Who else have I gotten stuff? I did pick up some Titty Bean stuff recently for the heavy metal hunt. Got a couple of his pieces. I really like that work. And I got a bunch of old Safubi, man. I like a bunch of old, just like Ultraman. Those 80s and 70s, 80s, 90s like Bandai figures are so cool. Just goofy Kai too. That'd be something I'd love to get into one of these days. But that's I don't know, man. Because being that it's not something that's like so hands-on, I feel like you're so separated from the art that you create. It's not something I'm like really wanting to jump into right away. Because
as far as like sending it out to.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, the process, of course, I'd sculpt it and figure that out, but there's so much of the making process that you just like tell somebody to make them this color and they make a bunch for you, contracting that part. I think that's half the fun of it for me, man, is like taking these things apart, seeing the colors when I pull them out, because you're making art. Yeah, just like the actual production part of it. And I love the packaging, something I enjoy. I've always liked doing packaging, even for like my 2D work. I was, make a lot of paintings. Put them in little packs, put a header card on them and stuff. I'm a sucker for packaging, so that's always something I really enjoy. I got a bunch of Motu stuff. That's about it, man. Like I said, my collection's not huge. I got a bunch of random pieces, from bits and pieces here and there, but that's just from
quantity.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But now it's dangerous though, man. It's dangerous getting to meet all these people that I've been talking to, all these other creators, because it's just, I'll be spending a lot more money at Assembly Required for sure.
Yeah, right. And you know what's funny, dude, going back to what you were saying about where you can kind of see where some guys really excel in one specific area. And Crumbs and I were having that discussion the other day, man. We were talking about how if you're gonna do a how to on making a mold, you would go to this guy. Or if you were going to do like a really small paint app, you'd probably go to this guy or this guy. And dude, it's crazy like that. And then next thing you know, it just kind of all comes together, but everybody's so accessible. Like you said, man, you know what I mean? Like you wanted to know, like, oh man, that dude's the dopest at making molds. You could probably hit him up and be like, hey, how do you make your molds? Maybe not just that, but there's a good chance that they would tell you, you know?
Yeah, I think it never hurts to ask for sure, man. Of course, a little flattery never hurts. You know, let them know how good it is. But it's great. Like sometimes I feel like it's something I would do want to do more this year is kind of show more of my process stuff. I think, you know, most of the stuff I post is finished products. I don't post other than stories, you know, much work in progress. And I think part of that for me is I wasn't necessarily like confident in my approach or my technique or whatever, regardless of the outcome. I feel like part of me thinks there's a right way or a wrong way to do a mold making or something like that. I'm realizing that's not necessarily the case, but I would almost be embarrassed to show some of my process because I'm like, this is bobo, this is some podunk rigged up stuff that I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to show this off and let anybody think this is the right way, but you know, after a couple months of doing it, you know, I'm feeling more confident. I hope that's something I can help other people out with because I've had some people, not a ton, but you know, people ask me how I do this or that, or you know, some of the processes and techniques and stuff, and I'm more than willing to share.
You were like answering all this dude's questions, even on like a comment on one of your posts earlier about like
what
resins you were using, and like.
But that conversation is still going on to this day. He's trying to get into it. I thought it was pretty cool. He's got it all figured out. He's trying to get a shop set up and like his buddy's garage, trying to figure out. He thought that the heat from the resin might start a fire. I was like, no, it's not gonna get that hot, dude. You're all good, but it's a legitimate thing, man. I mean, you don't want to burn your buddy's garage down, I guess. But yeah, man, I'm willing to help anybody who asks me. I don't think I know much more than the next guy, but you know, I'm willing to talk about it and let you know how I get here.
Man, you got any other questions? Just load it up there.
You guys want to do a giveaway?
We can do a giveaway if you want, man.
I don't have the chat open, so I'm not sure anything anybody's saying. But
okay.
Right. So what we're gonna do, that we're gonna be giving this guy away. You saw it online. This little Tuscan Creeper.
Nice.
With the green and yellow fade, orange arms.
Nice.
Arms and head are UV reactive.
Shit.
So all you've got to do to get this guy shipped to you is tell me how many emperors are in this bag. These are like the little emperors that I send out as freebies. I just realized that I think I'm going to need to see that chat.
That's okay.
We got it.
I got the chat numbers there.
Yeah, we got it.
I've got
all right,
dude.
All right, cool. Yeah. Let's do prices. It doesn't have to be Price is Right style. Whoever's closest gets it. If there is a tie, it's whoever was under.
Okay, whoever's closest gets it.
Dude, now the figure that you're giving away, I saw the boots are black, dude. That's not paint, is it? That's just a fade into that?
No, those are all paint. So
that is paint. Okay.
Yeah. All these little Raiders. I think all of them, for the most part, the little quick brush. Again, that's kind of like looking at some of the stuff Resin Blood was doing and just how like simple some of those paint apps can just like really make something pop. And I didn't even do it. He's got like a clean pants line there that I could have just hand painted, but I did both, side by side. And I kind of like just the sloppy airbrush that kind of fades up into it. I just think it goes well with the character. He's kind of haggard. He's wearing fur, you know?
Yeah, that's dope, man. I like that. That's way sick. Oh, damn. Some good guesses. Huh. All right. That'll be interesting. Yeah, dude, I honestly thought that was a like a resin fade in there. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's nuts. That dark black. But yeah, super sick, dude. I also like that that kind of quick airbrush look, dude. I think that looks really good. Do we lose him, bro?
think we might have just maybe we'll come back in a second. We'll give it a moment there. Might just be a momentary glitch with the internet.
I was like, dude, look how still he's
back in. So you know what though? This is a perfect timing. We're grabbing numbers for that. Do you want to double give away it while we're waiting for Wendigo to hop back in?
Yeah, fuck yeah. The Yucca Mug piece.
The Yucca Mug piece.
Damn.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, Wendigo's back in. My bad.
Baron.
Okay. I want to make sure. Boom, boom, boom.
There he is.
Sick.
There it is.
Bring this all over here. Now Carolina Cool Cat guest 43. Cool.
Wow, lots of 40s.
A lot of folks in the 40s. Hey, Wendigo, you're on mute there, homie.
Yes, sir, I am.
There you go.
Back on it. You guys just process numbers.
Your camera cut out, dude, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, dude, he's being super still.
I saw you. I heard you react. I heard you say, "Oh damn," and then you froze, and I was like, that was oh damn for me for sure. My internet's been awful tonight. Man, I don't know how. Yeah, my girl, she's working from home. She hasn't had any issues, and of course, here I got to get you on a podcast. And
yeah, of course.
Of course. All right.
So I do.
You guys,
I think the guests that come in.
Chat.
Pardon me.
All right. I said, all right. The total number. Drum roll, please. Whoever had it, 56.
Ooh.
56 is in there. Let my brain try and process. Bombs.
Michael Frenetic, 58.
That's what I'm getting too. 2 off was the closest. Michael Frenetic. So Frenetic Toys.
Frenetic
Toys.
Wow.
Hell yeah! Congratulations,
Nice.
my friend. Hit
Right
me
on,
up on
congrats.
Instagram.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, hit me up on
That's
Instagram,
nice.
and we'll exchange info, and I'll get that shipped out to you.
way too generous of you, man. I really know that they're gonna enjoy that. They're probably gonna look forward to that win, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We can all use a little win right now these days.
Yeah, man. I'll hand those out. I enjoy it. I got then one more thing. I don't know how far along we are into this. When I was doing that research, I found this mold that I poured. I assume there's 10 years ago. It was in the bottom of the in that toolbox. I don't know what it is. Because it's just whatever the original is still in there. You guys want to open this up and see what
Yes.
You have no idea how much I'd love that, dude.
Dude, let's get this straight. So 10 years this has been sitting in here.
It's been sitting in a shitty little toolbox with a couple of spare parts for 10 years. It's not flat. I don't know if maybe I ran out of resin and I was going to come back to it. But it's just filled with dust and hair and all sorts of gross shit. So
nice.
I was like, well, I got to cut it. I got to cut this out and see what's actually in here. So
this is better than like Al Capone's safe with Geraldo. That big thing.
Dude, this is like the coolest time capsule ever.
Yeah.
Watch my internet cut out and you guys will never know.
Yeah.
I'll just disappear. Delete my Instagram. I believe. Yeah, so this will be Umu for sure.
So it's gonna be like a fucking crumbly, falling apart experience.
A little bit. I don't even know what the plan was here, because if I got a pour spout here, I think I must have just ran out of silicone, and I was going to come back and top it off so it's flat. How am I going to do this reveal? It might not even be exciting. It was a Hordak, guys. It was a Hordak all along.
Oh, nice.
It's too bad you couldn't get a clean split though.
Oh dude, it just fell apart. Look at all those bubbles in that.
That's wow.
Oh yeah.
Hordak.
Cool. I don't know how that would have worked out anyway. Well, it might have. Yeah, that would have been a good. Yeah, we'll do it again. That's a
good
lot
idea,
of
though.
You have to. You owe it to yourself.
I mean, that thing's the size of a hockey puck for that little head. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah,
We've come a
that's funny.
long way, guys. We've come a long
Hey,
way.
you live and learn, man. You've come a very long way. Oh shit.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. You said that so 10 years ago. So would you say that was around when you first started casting, or you had already been doing that for a while once you did that?
Yeah, it was probably when I first started for sure. And I don't want to come
10
across
years
as
ago.
like I've got 10 years of experience. Like I said, I've dabbled in it here and there. I would say collectively over 10 years, I've gotten a year's worth of experience, and you forget shit. So much stuff has changed. I was using different resin, but I mean, I definitely had coming into it here recently, I definitely at least had the knowledge of, undercuts, venting, spruing, all that kind of stuff. I at least had a good grasp on. I think that kind of let me get into this a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Still got a long ways to go, but I had a heads up at least.
What do you think kind of pushed you over the edge to be like, you know what, man, I'm going to put a little bit more time into this? Was there a certain piece that you made that you were thinking, man, maybe I'll start making more of these? Or, I mean, you said, over a 10-year period, you probably have about a year's worth of experience, but I mean, it looks like you've kind of kicked it into high gear here in the last, 6 months or whatever it's been.
I wouldn't say, I mean, I didn't get out of all those trials and errors, I didn't get really any, I would say, complete finished pieces, nothing that I was happy enough to try to sell or share with and even give away, really. What really got me back into it, though, was this Kroll, man. I've been hanging around for a long time because, I've had the interest and kind of like the desire to create, but I just couldn't get myself motivated to do it. So it's like the intentions were there. I had been holding on to some pieces, thinking that I would eventually get into it, and eventually I did. But that Kroll body, I was just looking because I just love the size. It's a super easy pour, just the way it's sculpted, just the dump mold from up top. And it was just trying to find those arms for it, and something, I originally wasn't going to do, just the chop off arms, but I came across those Final Faction toys searching for some fodder. I was like, man, they fit so well. Just that size is perfect. And the ones I like so much, I could probably cast them, but man, it was just like, at the time, I was just like, for $1 a piece, it's easy. It's easy. It's probably cheaper just to buy them and waste them.
For sure.
And I feel bad. I feel bad wasting all the pieces. So there's definitely
most of them
there's definitely a picture of this on my Instagram, but like these are the bodies from those Final Faction toys. So they're like hunched over, and you kind of see it maybe from this side a little bit better, but it's just like this. Oh shit! Like this piece here is the torso, and this piece here is like a torso bent backwards, and I just kind of epoxy sculpted in the middle of them. His tail is just like, I can't get that to focus. It's just one of the Final Faction heads from the bad guys. And then nice. I don't know. This is just I was trying to figure out what to do with it. But again, not cast. I'm just like trying to think. But again, it's just like, I don't know what this is worth. The amount of work that I put into this, is like, it's hard to justify like a price, because it's cool, but it's not like, I don't think the size and just like what it is worth maybe what I put into it. So I don't know how many of those I'll do, but I'll probably sell this at Assembly Required.
That's dope.
I was gonna say, might as well bring it with you. Put it on the table, man. You might be surprised.
Yeah. Maybe somebody will buy it.
Yeah, that was really what. You never know, man. Yeah, I want to bring as much as I can. I'm even a print, so I want to bring by. I hope so. I don't know if I got any room from on my table to post them up or show them off. So, but I just like having that variety, and you were looking back at those buttons and stuff like that. And I think it's always something good to have, is just like a variety of prices too, man. It's good to hit, I guess my table between stickers and buttons all the way up to the Garamons, $2 to $100, just get that price range. So not everybody's going to want to spend $40 at your booth, but it's a lot easier to spend 20 than it is 40. So, just leaving those lower price options for people.
Considerate of you, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, that's awesome, dude. I mean, I think I mean, for me personally, from buying, I think that there are certain makers where I kind of know what their price point is going to be right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And some people just don't buy from other people because it's a price issue. But that thing that kind of goes across, dude, that's fucking very smart, dude. Damn.
Yeah. That's kind of what I always done. Yeah. From having prints and originals, it's just like trying to get somebody, and especially going to assembly required, myself, there's a lot of times where I'm walking by, I'll pick something up. I'm just like, expecting to be 30 or 40 bucks and just ask, and they're like 15 or something like that. It's just like, I wasn't going to buy it at the price I assumed it was, but I'll buy it at that price for sure.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a couple of those pieces. And just having the options, but I also want to make, I got to make it efficient for myself. So obviously pieces like the hijackers that have the tiny little foil glues and those little paint apps, I can't sell those for cheap, but something like the box or something like that has limited articulation, no paint on it or anything like that, it's an easy pour, it's an easy toy to put together. So, pass that along and let somebody have an option that doesn't have that 40 bucks or wants to go spend it on somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
I dig it, man.
Well, I'm looking for that.
Yeah, man. Knowing that, I just want you just come by, get a grab bag, get all sorts of stuff, man. I mean, at these prices, I need to have 120 pieces.
Please explain a grab bag to us.
I'm not gonna have grab bags. I was just saying theoretically. Yeah. But I was.
We all started like a button and
Crumb's like, what grab bag? That's a good idea.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I might have to steal that from you, but kind of in line with that, I was thinking about something. I've got all these parts. I'm sure most of these creators, a lot of you people watching do, starting to like acquire a lot of extra pieces. And I was thinking, kind of along the line of a grab bag, how cool it would be I wouldn't be able to do it this year, but to have a kind of like a build your own figure station at my table where you would have, it'd be like what, $25, but you'd have all the arms are ready to go. They've got the articulation ready. Most of the bodies, I'm not doing leg articulation, so the body and legs come together. Pick two arms, pick a head, pick a body, and build your own figures. I think it'd be a cool thing to do. I know.
Yes.
I can make some miscast pieces or some mixed parts pieces, but some of them are cool, some of them aren't. I don't want to look at it like I'm trying to give away my trash. So I think like building your own.
Yeah.
Kind of like the castle, it gives like some interactivity to your table, something that you can do. You just come up and you just actually touch the toys and do something with them. I think it's kind of a neat idea. So
nostalgia.
Yeah, maybe next year I'll be doing a grab bag.
Gets people thinking of how they can actually interact with them and play with them. Because I think sometimes people forget of what they can do with play, right? And like that interaction with the toys really is another form of play that, like, I think for a lot of us, like it is fun, man. It's engaging.
Yeah.
And that's a great idea. I mean, shit. I mean, everybody loves to kit bash something. You know what I mean? I do it all the time with magnetic related figures, and you just throw a bunch of different shit together. And dude, I mean, and then it's almost a little bit addicting in a way. But damn, dude, if you had that at that's a killer idea, man. If you could round up enough parts for that,
I think it's cool.
That'd be something for sure.
I probably had enough, like, quantity wise, I think I had enough to maybe do it this year, but I don't have enough variety. I've only got 375 figures, so I don't think it gives you enough options. But next year, I'll have a couple more figures under the belt. I have a lot more variety in the spare parts bins, so something to look out for. And I make sure all my articulation minus one or two that I definitely noted, but all the articulation should match up to all my figures. So anything should be swappable if it's got magnetic arms, whether it's a 5.5 or a 375. So
nice.
Which that gets even more fun.
Rage. Yeah, Barbarian Rage said Janky did a build a bootleg at Decon years ago. Yeah, same type of thing, man. That's cool. Barbarian Rage, what's up, man?
What's up, Barbarian Rage? Nice to see you guys.
So we've been chewing with you for about an hour now. Is there anything that you want to lay on us before we kick you out of here to get on with your evening?
I don't think so, man. Well, I'll say I want to give a shout out to you guys. Big thanks. I talked about a bunch of stuff earlier, but I think you guys did have you won't give yourself enough credit, but a fairly large part of me, like, really like going gung ho into this stuff, because it was just kind of cool to see that you guys were I don't know if you had reached out to me or how I found out that you guys were mentioning my page on the podcast. But I just thought it was a really cool thing to like not know about it and then find out people were hyping up my art without me knowing about it. I just think it was really cool. It was like, you know, it just I don't know, solidified a little bit of confidence in me, keep knocking the stuff out. And, you know, it wasn't something I was out there promoting or pushing. It kind of happened organically. And yeah, man, I think the crew that you guys have here, a lot of the guys in the chat and everything, it's a tight circle. I'm just stoked to meet a lot of you guys here at Simply Required.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well said, dude. Fuck, man. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate you saying that, man. That's it's an absolute pleasure to cover your stuff, dude. I mean, God, Crumsy, we'd have to go back and see exactly when we saw it. But I remember once we saw it, we're like, holy shit, dude, we got to put this on the show ASAP. And then it's
it's just cool to see like
better.
The natural reaction of you guys. Just like I don't know, man. There's just something about that where it's not like I sent it in and like asked for a review or something like that. Just like getting that kind of natural response to somebody organically coming through and giving their natural opinions of it was just, I don't know, man. It was great. So thank you guys.
I can truthfully tell you that the homies that I showed that I grabbed those like right away when I was like, dude, these are so sick. There was quite a few people that actually mentioned, especially the one with the pet. They were like, I had wanted that one. So there was a few people that were definitely kind of like, oh, fuck you, man. I'd wanted that pet one. And you're like,
the one with the pet was awesome, man. That's another one where it's just like, I would love to do 5 more of those, but it's a little tedious, dude. It was tedious.
And this goes for everybody in the art scene whatsoever. I know, like you had mentioned earlier, you wanted to price your things at a way that like people can afford them. It's super important to me, and I try and drill this into people. There needs to be the intrinsic and extrinsic value of it. The moment that you start feeling as though you're giving up time and experiences and relationships for a thing that isn't actually feeling as though it's rewarding, you're going to stop. So the only way we can have people doing cool art is if we're all willing to actually pay into supporting that intrinsic and extrinsic value, man. And we want more fucking Wendigo art. So
well said, man.
Undersell yourself.
Oh yeah.
I got it in all the price ranges, man. I'm confident. I'm happy with what things are priced at. And you know, if it comes to a point, I mean, to that point, I've still got a couple pieces sitting in the shop. It's not like they're selling out instantly right now. So that's another good thing where it makes me at least say like I'm not pricing these too low. And my girl get on me all the time. She's like, you need to, you know, charge a little bit more. But again, man, it's like, what is this worth to me? What would I pay for this? What do I want somebody to have this for? Like, I don't know, man. And we might be having a different conversation in a year, man. If I'm doing stuff that's cleaner, that's got more work in it, you know.
Come tax season, when you're suddenly pushing all the numbers and you're like, fuck, I spent more into making these toys than I got back from any of the toys.
Yeah.
Then we can readjust.
Right. And when we're talking, if I start doing like card backs and stuff like that and carded figures, you know, of course, but you know, these are header cards, bagged figures, you know. I feel like there's got to be an area there where I feel like I'm charging too much for something that I don't know, man. It's tough.
Your time is worth something. Your experience is worth something.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
It's been an absolute treat, dude. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna kick you out of here like a dick, like we always do. But it's been an absolute blast, man. I really hope you have
later, skaters.
See you next week.
Thanks.
What's up, bro? What
a gem, eh? What a lovely.
You took the word right out of my mouth, dude. He's a gem. Damn.
You know why I go with gem a lot of times? Because these guys are so fucking hard, but at the same time, like, they're just so sparkly and fucking lovely, you know?
Dude, his work is like, bro, I don't want to be like all fucking weird and shit, but like, there's pieces in there, dude. There's great pieces in there. Like from the pour to the makeup. The pour on some of those, dude, are it almost looks like watercolor. You know what I mean? How it's so just kind of blends. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. I did see something back here. So Wisher. Let's talk about Summer Wisher real quick. Listen, my friend is making me watch this. I have no idea about toys, but I love your teeth drawings, Wendigo. Number one, thank you, friend, for making her watch this. Summer Wisher. And you're right that the teeth drawings are really good, but what a multi-talented artist, dude. The knives, bro, those knives. I know Strafe like those. Wendigo, if you are into knives, dude, hit up Strafe. Strafe 7 2.0, man. He's got yes, right? Dude, look at that. That's great.
UV reactive as well. Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, really sharp.
Killer work, dude. I cannot wait to grab some of that at AR. But dude, what a great artist, man. And
I'm obsessed with that feral burn victim, man. I'm obsessed. It haunts my dreams. I think about it. I think about that figure, dude. I fucking love that figure, man.
It's great, dude. And you know, one thing that he hit on, dude, that I think is you know, for me, it really struck a chord because I think the exact same thing, dude, where he says, like, it seems like this all happened so organically, right? I know there's people out there that can buy followers and blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's all very organic as far as kind of spreading the word. Hey, did you hear about this guy? Hey, I saw this post. And then it grows. It's slow. It's a slow grow most of the time, right? But
we see it. Like, you guys might not, maybe you guys don't think about it. Maybe you do. I don't know. We like, and especially myself, like, I'm a weirdo. Like, we've talked about the fact that I end up knowing you guys based off like your fucking account names and shit. It's because my brain does like a very like pictorial way of trying to like log who you are, unfortunately. But it is interesting to me, like Mr. Ordinary, you know, Ordinary Toys. We ended up finding that account. We were blown away. I'm messaging you about how I'm just like basically creaming my jeans about the fucking layout of their website and how everything was just so tight and so good. Yeah. And I do catch when Uncle Spanks ended up getting a whole fucking collection of them. I do catch when all of a sudden Bootleg Toy Co. and them are talking. I noticed there was an individual who's in my drops I'm going to talk about later. They've got like 86 followers, and one of the toys on their shelf was actually like the little coconut mystery minis. Like, we do start to kind of see, like, we notice these things, and we talk about some of you fucking weirdos too, because we know it. We creep and we dig. I was on
all
an
the time
8-hour call the other day with one of the toy guys, and you want to know what we ended up doing near the end of that 8-hour call? We went to the very beginning of Lab Monkey number 9's Instagram. We were just on a share screen Zoom call, just nerding out, being like, and it started this, I'll be totally upfront. It started this way. Man, Lab Monkey number 9 has some of the best pieces out there, but they don't speak to me. And so that's how the conversation started. So we started on that, and we started kind of digging a bit, and we get discussing the pores, and we start breaking down like, whoa, okay, that's pretty intentional, you know? And we start kind of really cutting out like how these pores have been done. And then we just start digging, because we're like, fuck it. Whoa, what's that?
Yeah.
Whoa, what's that? Yeah. You're looking at pieces. I'm even gonna pull it up right now, because in my opinion, this is some shit that we would see from like Sycamore in 2023. And when you see the date on it, you're just like, whoa. That's what Lab Monkey number 9 was pumping out.
Well, and one thing I'll say about Lab Monkey 9, dude, is yeah, dude, I remember seeing that the other.
What? Like, this was that thing that was glowing in my story the other day. And then when you realize, like, there's a run of these, he released a run of these in 2016. Excuse me, like, WTF, dog. Look at that yellow pour on those gradients on every single one of those fuckers. Like, what are we talking about?
Man, I want one of those, dude.
Like, and that's like, I'm just blown away sometimes by like the work that these guys do in the scene. Like, I don't have a wife and kids, homies. Your toys are my obsession.
Dude, you know, one thing that I noticed on there said liked by Free Karate Chops, dude. Free Karate Chops, if you ever hear this. I like that dude, and I don't see him around very much anymore. But yeah, dude.
Don't see him around too often anymore. Unfortunately, Ocular Rhombus I haven't seen in a little bit.
You know what? I need to reach out, man. It's time for a homie check. It's time for a homie check on OC, on Ocular Rhombus, man. It's
we think about you guys.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what? Going back to Lab 9, you know, I think a lot of people see his pieces are, man, he's got these like, you know, higher end, I think still extremely undervalued for what he's selling them for versus what you're getting, right? And that's just opinion. But he also has a good variety. He's always sold out of it, right? But you talk about price range, he does have stuff at the top, but then he's also got stuff that's very, very cheap. It doesn't last very long, but it's there. You know, if you scroll through his page, And I think that's something that Wendigo hit on was just kind of the variety and price. So not only variety and style and size, he's got stuff that weighs 100 grams, 100 grams. And then he's got other little small pieces, you know what I mean? So you get a really nice range of prices in there. Not that you're going to look for something expensive, but it's somebody that you can stop by and look and say, hey man, I know that I can spend less than $100 and get something super sick here. Multiple things.
I'll be honest, I'm that dude that especially like if I was budgeting a trip like Assembly Acquired, I would probably stop at somebody like the Wendigo's booth and everybody's booth. I'd be trying to get things like stickers, pins, and buying them, not asking for them, buying them. But the reason why is because I know that in my brain, I'd probably be so overwhelmed that the last thing I'd want to do is accidentally just start making a bunch of impulsive decisions. So I would basically have to go home to my hotel room that night, and I would have to basically try and remember what pin belonged to what table so that I could then plot out my next day and pray you had what I was looking at. Because I wouldn't be able to, I would just be too overwhelmed. I know it.
Yeah. You're right, dude. One thing that I was going to ask him that I think him and I talked about before, I was talking with somebody that was going to be at Assembly Required, is the urge, because I saw this happen at Decon with several people, is the urge to want to yourself, if you have a booth, the urge to get out and buy, or at least look. And I always thought that it was Barrio Boba who I was talking to. But I always thought that would be the worst part of having a booth, dude. I just want to shut it down and be like, all right, I'll be back in give me like 2 hours. I'll be back, just kind of close up shop. But to show you can't really do that. But anyways, dude, it's gonna be
dope. For some food. Hey,
yeah, no kidding.
If you don't mind, only because I know I'm gonna forget at some point. You want to do that Yucca giveaway?
Yes.
Let's do it. Because I want to make sure that anybody because we're starting to lose people. So if I've missed anybody,
I know. I
want to make sure that I got an opportunity to catch them on the wheel. Just because there was so many of you guys tonight, I know I probably missed a few of you. Please chime in if you don't see yourself on there. I'll try and I don't know if I've got it in the right spot so you can actually see who's on the list there. So yes, if anybody is not seeing themselves on the list here, or if for whatever reason you're seeing that you're on there twice, be a good sport. But I do know that we have way more this evening in here than normal. I believe the last individuals I tried to catch. Whoa, there we go. Curve, thank you, homie. Boom. Appreciate it. We almost need some kind of like a weird system where it's like, if your hands are full right now with sculpting materials and or covered in resin.
Look at Porpoise says, okay, I'm gonna stay to make sure I win that. I was gonna be like, I saw him say that he was leaving right as we were announcing. I was gonna be like, hey, just sit down.
There's times I almost even want to do a roll call, just make sure, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, I've currently got listen of Chrysosaurus Rex, Calico Chris Tattoo, Barrio Boba, Street Fighter, PSPDX, Baba Drock, Stripe 7, Bootleg, Toyco, Nin Studios, DTO Keef, Fred Porpoise, Shed Quarter Creations, Johnny Marbles, Jazz Wizard, Pocket Salsa, Drazy, Uncle Spank, Toys on Tap, Mr. Ordinary, The Wendigo, Zimit, Carolina Cool Cat, Zombie Droids, Dario Avalos, Recycle Galaxy, Folklorian, Goblin Mob, Jacques Give, Suki, Where the Toys Are, Val Robots, Mike Stratford, Colin Hasbin, Max Patton, Mike Frenetics, Monster Bad Toys, Scott Cherry, Summer Wisher, Jonathan Anderson. Hold on.
Oh, there you go.
But I feel like, I must be missing some folks. And whoever's name was the Yak Skills, I'm so sorry. I don't know how I butchered that.
Brett says, you stay away from this one, Colin.
All right. I'm not seeing anybody chiming in that they're missing from the Wonder Wheel. It's always after I click it, man, that somebody's like, I'm not on there. Fletch, boom, there we go. Thank you so much, Fletch. I don't know how I missed you, homie. You've been here since like the very get-go, dude. And somehow, I swear, I don't hate you. I swear to God, I love you. So I don't know how I miss you every time. I promise it is not on purpose, Fletch. I promise. It's probably that I'm thinking about you so much that I assumed I've already gotten you on the wheel. Fuck. I feel like a dick, man. How many times do I miss Fletch at this point? Like a fucking asshole. Fuck.
Probably like a dozen.
And the dude is so nice. He's done so much for us. And I'm just fucking always. Anyways. All right. So
he's
now
on there.
Fletch is on there. James B. I don't believe I've got you on here. Von Fake Name.
Yeah.
Boom. Thank you for catching that. Boom. Okay, there we go. I'm spinning it. I think we've given you guys. Here we go.
Boom.
Whoa, there you go. First time winner, Toyz on tap.
Hey.
I don't believe they've won anything since being on here. So there you go. Abe, man, congratulations, homie.
Abe, you have now won a LeBaron from Yuckamuck. Now the stipulation is now you have to interview Yuckamuck on your show. So make that happen, and I'll be glad to send this to you. I'll check in with Yuckamuck. I'm just kidding, man. But congrats, Abe, coming your way, bud. If you could send either me or the show your address, please, that would be great, or an address where you would like to receive this. Also, Abe going to be up my way this weekend. He's coming up to San Jose. I saw him posting his stories that he was looking for a toy shop. I directed him over to Swarm Co's shop out there in Fremont, which is very close to San Jose. I'd love to go out there and show Abe around a little bit. However, I am extremely busy this weekend. My daughter is in a play with the lead role in Into the Woods. Congrats again, daughter. Looking forward to that, dude. Yes.
You're such a big old sweetie.
And we got the Niners on Sunday, dude. 49ers, Eagles, NFC Championship Sunday. What? What? Oh, what a weekend, dude. What a weekend. It's a LeBaron. Yeah, it is a LeBaron. Hey, James B.
You know what? I'll be honest, dude. I'm really happy to see that. Oh, fuck, Crash Man 27. I did not get you on there. I am so sorry, dude. See, I think about you guys. I just saw that name there and I realized I did not have that on the wheel for sure. Fuck. But I'm really happy to see that that's going to Toyz on Tap. If any of you guys haven't checked out the Toyz on Tap podcasts, he's at what, 102 now episodes? 103?
Something like that. Yeah, I know that 100 just came around. Yeah.
Think of the hours that fine gentleman has put into it, you know? At the end of the day, they're deserving of a fucking win.
Of a win. And
I hope I don't sound sarcastic because I'm being sincere.
No. I was just gonna say the latest episode with Has Been Toys. Check that out. That was awesome. You talk about accents. I know right where Colin's from when I heard him talk. He's got that
he's a babe too, actually.
What's that?
He's another babe in the toy scene. Has been.
Yeah.
What a stud muffin. Jesus.
Dude, he is such a good dude. Like you hear his interview and you're just like, me personally, I thought that's exactly what I thought Colin would be like. Just a fucking rad dude. Like, you know, that, do you remember that picture that he posted with, it looked kind of like an older kind of motorcycle? I'm like,
I'm sitting on an interview with the dude. Like he gave me a lot of his time, and I've for some reason just had that shoved up my ass somewhere. So I know what this dude looks like. That's what I mean. He's a hunk. Yeah, see, bearded hunk over there. It's literally, imagine the year is 1992. You know, Fruit of the Loom is just releasing their latest ad. Men in a slightly dusty garage leaning up against their fucking motorbike, right, with like.
He's awesome, dude. So I of course, and I don't know why we've been going on this long, dude, and have not had him on a show yet. But we definitely talked about that.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Oh, it'll happen. Absolutely, dude.
Then you'll all be at home blushing. You'll have to hide your wives, hide your kids.
Yeah, right. Dude, I have a couple more. Well, actually, what did you want to do? Did you want to do some more tabs, or do you want to?
Please do an unboxing. Unbox some fucking cool toys for us. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go with this. Let's go with this. Speaking of Yuckamuck, let's just keep the Yuckamuck theme going, okay? So this was the Yuckamuck draw. Man, I think a couple weeks ago now. I don't have my, well, yeah, this is one actually. Yeah. But he had those. I claimed the orange and green, which is really, really sick. It does glow. Really, really nice. It's hard to see, but man, that thing lights up. Also with this little Jawa in here, I believe that glows too. Yep, sure does. Man, look at that thing, dude. That is bright. It's very bright. And then that's just little plastic little throw in, dude. Bing. But dude, sick. I believe these sold out. Gosh, dude, right away. There wasn't that many, but they were gone.
Don't pass that little dude off to the side too fast either, though. That's a Guerra de la Galaxia. It's a tiny little Star Wars bootleg from back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's an astronaut. Maybe it's an astronaut. I'm wrong. Still cool.
Or it's an astronaut. You know what? He's got a little diver pack on the back, dude. I think he's actually a diver.
Cool.
Yeah, an underwater diver is what he is.
That's cool as shit. Is that a vent that's up there? Is he attached to his vents and pore spout still? Yakima, drop what's going on here.
Yeah, it does have a print on the bottom, though. It does say something. I don't know. It's too small. I don't have my
Knowing my luck, I'm geeking out over like a toy that he didn't even cast. It was actually one he just has. And meanwhile,
yeah, I'm not sure, right? He's like, oh yeah, I found that. But this is very sick.
That was a great drop, man, and I was so happy to see them go so fast.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, they're very cool. Bam. It's that little drop.
Check out the hands on those too, man. Good for you, Yakima, dog. That's clean shit, dog.
Yeah, and this is I mean, bendy.
See, the moment you did that, it reminded me of one of those fucking orange creamsicle Twizzlers that exist out there. I want to chew that bitch.
Yeah, dude. You know what, man? Do you guys have Costco up there, or is that an American thing?
No, we've got Costco up here, but I'm a one dude. You think I'm going to Costco?
No, you're not. Absolutely not. Unless B to the J comes to town, then you're going to Costco. But no, dude, they have these chunks of licorice that come in these, obviously humongous zoo-sized bags. But they're these big chunks of licorice, dude, and they're delicious. Anyway, that's what it kind of reminded me of. It's almost like the same pliability almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like a gummy.
Yeah, exactly. Yucca. And then also in that box, of course, was the giveaway. Awesome. That will be
that thing's huge, man.
Yeah. Abe, hit me up with your address, please, good sir. What else we got back here? This is the last one that I have. Cool to do another, or let's do it. So this just came in yesterday. And you'd have to have his address to come in town. That's true. That's true. I could just go to Toronto and just start kind of asking around. Anybody know Crumbs? I think his first name is Crumbs. His last name is Blunt. This is what we got right here. Man, clean. That's that painted Greedo SWWF. That card work is super sick. If you remember on our interview with him, I believe he said that he was doing the majority of his card printing himself now. And that is sick, man. This is the painted version. The all gum version came out a few weeks ago, but that painted version is super sick. Way cool. I would guess that we're probably going to see a good majority of the characters that are in the SWWF line already be made in this fashion over the next, probably over the next few years, I would think. Sick, man. Healy made.
I love to see that world build. It's like,
yeah.
Okay. So for anybody who's familiar here, I feel as though either Jazzwood or Forklorian's going to hop in on this, but Soma Toys. I think about Soma Toys a lot. The reason why is because Soma Toys basically, for whatever reason, they're a bootleg company, but they actually sold toys at a byway near me. So growing up in a small town, this actual store had a bunch of fucking bootlegs that I didn't realize. Everything from Barney to like these guys called Soma Sonic Rangers, and they basically have the like old school Power Ranger bodies with a fucking, what's his name there? RoboCop head on top. And literally like that same sculpt of those guys, they then tried making little minis, and the minis would be of hard plastic, and some of them would be like rubber plastic, but they would still be Sonic Rangers, and they would still try and do the same like color apps, the little diamonds. And I don't know, I think of the little world building you guys are all doing as Soma toys. Creepy Bug, there you go, right? Soma Rangers, Soma toys, even Barney bootlegs, everything. So I like seeing this shit, man. It's fun. So I like seeing him adapt to that world. The fact that he's got those wrestlers, now he's got them in some movies, you know? It's just cross brand, like it's crossing that threshold into new toys or new mediums with the same idea and concept. I dig it. It's fun. I like it. It's like Titty Bean with 3.75s down to the Keshis. It's fun. It brings you to a new world with the same toy.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's now Titty Bean, didn't he? Gosh, dude, he designed a lot of those mini. I mean, they're right here in front of me. Right, these guys.
Yeah, so that would have actually started off, him and Dr. Plops would have started that, the idea of turning the Frankenstalker into a Maba. And then he has just totally run with that. He really enjoys that as like a side away.
Yeah, those are sick, man.
Fun.
Gosh, yeah, I was gonna say they're fun, dude. And you can do, look at this one. This one is really cool. I love the pour on that one too. That pirate with the pink and green. That's cool. Pocket Salsa, what's the red tattoo there on your arm? Well, there's a couple, but I'm gonna say that you're talking about this one here. And that is a lion's head with my son's name on it, and then just a little red background. Hurt Toys posted that on me, I'd say probably about a year ago. So that's where that came from.
So we're getting to that portion of the evening that we're just crossing that 2.5 hour threshold. You want to blow through a whole bunch of really cool accounts really fast?
Yeah, you know what, dude? There is one more thing I'm going to show. I forgot because it's sitting behind me. It's not a toy, but it is a couple of things that I wanted to show off real quick.
Lay it on us.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are into this dude. Tim Barron. Astro Zombies had the figures come out from Super 7 recently. There's a second figure that came out recently if you're still looking for one of those. Actually, somebody hit me up about that, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been Jazzwiz. But if somebody was looking for one of those, hit me up, please. Also on that, hit me up, please note, Street Fight SPDX, if you could please hit me with your address again. I have a package for you, and I have totally lost your address. So Tim Barron had posted a picture the other day, or I just made a post that he was running a sale in his shop, and what he is selling is these skate decks that he signed, and I like the skate decks just anyways, but these have been out for a while, but he's got a huge variety of them on his site now. So there's that one, and these will end up going on the wall at some time, not the wall in here, but I thought it would be some cool wall art for people to dig on when and if they come over. That one there, I thought that was super sick. Bam, this one's got the nice teal front. Bam. Awesome. And lastly, that one there. That one I really dig the design. She's kind of opening up that box, and then you have all that kind of pouring out. Skate decks by Tim Barron, reasonably priced, $50 a piece on those. What's going to get you is the shipping, so be careful. You go to, it's on Etsy. Tim Barron's shop on Etsy. And if you're thinking of buying multiple ones, he will combine shipping. That's the first thing that I asked because it was charging individually for these. It does go down. It doesn't like get slashed in half or anything. It's still kind of pricey for the shipping, I'll be honest with you. But
hefty, bro.
Yeah,
Length
they're heavy.
and weight.
They're heavy. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say the package is huge. So, oh, Colin picked up one the other day. Nice, right on. Colin, not a deck of fig. Oh, a fig from him. Yeah. Tim Barron does have some figs. He usually does a collab. Speaking of free karate chops, I think free karate chops does the majority of Tim Barron's pours.
Oh shit. Okay.
Tim Barron does a lot of sculpt. Like what was the dude's name? King Evil Face. King Evil Face, the head on that is an original sculpt by Tim Barron, but then the body is almost like a smaller Mo2 style body that is poured by Free Karate Chops. So there is a connection there. Speaking of Free Karate Chops, right? Damn it, Jazz. Did you hear me stuttering before I guarantee you, bro, watch. On the replay, if you watch, I stuttered before I said the package you choose because I said it in my head and I said, watch, Jazz is going to say something about that. And I said it anyways, and you're right on cue. That's why he's the Jazz Wizard.
It's like he's got a sixth sense for it, man.
I know.
Let's hop into some fun fucking shit over here.
Speaking of a gem, he's a gem.
He's a gem.
Right. Anyways, man, what else do you got, man? So you tell me, how did it go? Your first night back.
Oh, it's been lovely. I'm gonna pull up a bunch of fucking tabs here. We're gonna look at a bunch of cool stuff. And I'm gonna drop them all into the YouTube.
I thought you were kicking me out.
Oh no. Yeah, okay. Yo, but we slept on this here, the drive-in movies, E2K. I know how much we actually really like the E2K store and everything that they do. We often talk about how their shop is loaded with a bunch of goodies that get missed. We slept on this, dude. Look at all the galore of here.
Oh man, there's some good ones in there, dude. You're right, dude. That's E2K. That's a great show, man. Oh, and speaking of, I know that I had mentioned this in the past, dude. I was having a little bit of a problem navigating their site. They fixed that, and that thing is working absolutely flawlessly right now.
Hell yes.
That's a very, awesome. Very, very nicely laid out site. Great job, Dustin and the folks at E2K.
Yeah, way to go, guys. I know that you have a huge amount of stuff on there. So like to try and keep that organized, clean, and running smooth. Whew. It's exhausting.
I don't know what my favorite piece is out of this show, but I know this though. I know that Escape from LA piece from Titty Bean. What about the back?
Titty's on fire, man. Titty's on fire these days. What's up his ass? I don't know.
Do you see the backer on that? Who that backer is made by?
This one right here?
No. From on the Titty Bean piece, the Escape from LA.
No, is it our boy Oki?
Yes.
Okay, I knew there was something happening with them. We'll have to take a look at that in a second.
Yeah, for sure.
But Broke One is dropping a bunch of fire right now. So I want to make sure we came over here, showed some love.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Broke One, dude. I did not realize, we talked about this when Healy was on the show. Broke One's a vet, dude. He's been around a long time. Brody has.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking of people being around for a long time, man, Eric Nilla and the Rojo Toy, they just dropped this little combo together. I love that these guys work together often. Rojo Toy doing the sculpts and Eric Nilla doing the castings. They've done some fun stuff, man. Back to being around for a long time. I don't know if anybody remembers these guys dropping around Halloween, the Puke Nights. Those are going all the way back to OMFG days. Of course, I'm not going to be able to pull them up fast. Yeah, those Puke Nights are dope as hell. Basically, it's like a night with the puke coming out of the mask, and then It's like a multiple part. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. These dudes.
Yes. Yeah.
Nights.
Hey, so tell me this, dude. Can you tell me how those drops work? Is it like each piece has, so there's a group of piece, like I saw a bunch of number twos. Would you say red number two?
I believe more often than not, they end up appearing up in Eric Nilla's shop.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Like straight up, if I go up here, I know it's not going to work right now today because of IG, but
Yeah,
generally, I believe they just pop them up into the store, NV. If you hit them with a DM being like, hey, I just want to grab this, we know these people are usually fucking nice that way.
Yeah, look at that little clawful, dude. That's cool. Motu in the middle there.
Yeah.
Goblin Mob, yeah. Absolutely, we will do that for you. I have it written down on my calendar so I don't forget. Thank you for mentioning.
Midnight Shadow episode. Fuck. Will do. Gonna be a Deadbird Toys drop coming up.
Yes.
So of course, if anybody's not seen those, bunch of fire getting dropped. I know they're even very excited. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I'm excited about these weird fucking, maybe it's the teeth, maybe it's the fact it looks kind of like a turd. I don't know. I like the toilet.
That's crazy, dude. I haven't seen those.
They're fun looking to me, man. Maybe it's all the textures. I don't know.
Yeah, very cool.
But fuck, this drop is gonna be a hefty one, man. Little play sets.
I see Northwest Atheist is in the house. Can you please send me your address?
Yeah.
I believe I have a package for you. If you could just go ahead and DM me or the show, and let me get your address again. Thank you very much. Kier's Custom's going to be at AR.
Okay. These are fun as heck, in my opinion. It reminds me of if somebody started personalizing battle beasts with your own animal.
Yes.
That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yes. Definitely.
Like, especially when you end up seeing it like this. It's like, whose dog is that?
I know, right? In a battle beast. That's kind of cool though, right? Were you into battle beasts?
I was as a kid. I don't have any now, and there's only a few that I like that stand out that I need, you know? How about yourself?
Yeah. Not too much growing up. It's one of those ones where I had like a couple here and there. But I've seen quite a few people redo them just in this scene, and they seem like they're always really well done. The scale of those ones that we just showed were a little bit larger.
They vary. They certainly vary.
Yeah.
And of course, Mr. Dan Productions gonna be at AR as well. So I want to make sure to show up these little peg people they're gonna be bringing with them. What else we got in these tabs here tonight? Titty Bean Toys. There we go. I knew there were our list of things. So the Phantom, aka Mr. DT O'Keefe, laying down those backers. The Phantom Lake
with the pink arms. Ay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to make sure that we give them a follow here in a sec too. Yeah, what a combination, man. And you know what? For somebody who likes Titty's work so much, it's cool to see them work together on a collab, dude.
Yeah,
that came out sharp as hell. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Well done, dudes. Fuck.
I love that Phantom Lake logo too, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But really cool. Have you seen that movie, Escape from LA?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it is. No, they did a Escape from. They did something more recently, right? Kind of loosely based on that.
Talking to the wrong dude, man.
Yeah, but anyways, that was a good movie.
I don't know if anybody's read Last Ronin, but personally, I loved Last Ronin. I'm a huge Michelangelo fan. DeFoot Toys just did a drop with the new backer for their Last Ronin figure. DT O'Keefe, let me know if you're cool with me dropping the link for your Phantom Lake. I saw there's a private account, so I didn't want to just drop it right away there. So Give me the A-OK, and I'll make sure to pop that in the chat in a second as well. DT O'Keefe is also saying those pieces with Titty Bean collab are going for 60. The Escape from LA. And
yeah. No, I was just gonna say Folklore, you're right. Escape from New York. That was the other one that came out. Yeah. It sounded wrong to me for some reason, but you're right.
I love this. I'm going with Dragon Ball Z legs. I'm not sure if that's sculpted on for the arm pads. And I have no idea why the foot's head is so fucking big, if that is a DBZ figure. So, Yuckamuck, man, if you're still chilling, let us know what's going on with this fucking beauty.
Oh, man. Okay. I did not see that.
It's fun, dude. This is really fun looking to me. This is some bootleg shit.
Yeah, yuck. What's going on, dude?
So Yuckamuck, if you're still chilling in the comments, please let me know. These are dropping Friday the 27th. So technically, I guess, as of now. DTO Keep is saying that Titty Bean is down to 1 left, if anybody had wanted in on that.
Wow. Okay.
Look at you, man, pedaling.
Yeah, nice.
Tree Face Creations. I had never heard of these guys till I saw these drop this week. The paint apps on them look clean, dude. Back to how 3D printing has definitely come a long way from where it was before. Like, fuck. That's a sharp looking fun dude. Like, that looks almost near commercial quality of toys at this point. If anybody hasn't heard of Tree Face Creations, get on that. DT O'Keefe, all the variants are staying down under for now. All right. Snow Piece Toy. These guys are dropping on Saturday. Oh, never mind. I'm lying. Online sale is live now, so they have dropped. My apologies.
Oh, wow.
I know nothing. I thought these guys were dropping on Saturday. It must have been last Saturday they dropped. Nope, 23 hours ago. They're just live now in the shop. So get yourself some Snow Piece Toy. What the hell do I know, man? First night back, have I even seen a toy before? I think these are fun as hell, man. And you know, we've talked about it a couple of times. It's really, really, really nice that there's people who aren't limited right now. We're at a point with toy making that if you want to get a figure produced, you can. This person isn't somebody with like 50,000 followers who has been like sculpting and making toys for a bajillion years or anything. Like, they're just getting some toys made and they're having a lot of fun doing it.
Those are sick.
You know, Sofubi is great for showing off that how much character you can get from a minimal paint app. Like these guys sitting like this in all red, you give them that little bit of silver on the shins here, a little bit in the teeth, and give them some eyeballs, and bam, comes together, dude. Really nicely too. Nice little chrome finish with a little bit of almost like what's that blue? Oh my goodness, like an oriental blue. Almost near transparent.
Right.
Sharp as hell. Oh, of course, the dude's now battling over Pocket Salsa. Yeah, they're gonna be on the Titty Bean page, I believe. Of course, I had to stop off over here on the Monster Forge page because, of course, they made this for their nephew, I believe, over the holidays. You know, I love the old Swamp Dizzle.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And I couldn't help but notice, you know, got a little something brewing for potentially Sunday night here. So if anybody else is into those swamp guys, you might want to slide on in here. Oh, there you go. So DTOK is saying they are E2K exclusive. I'm glad you're here, man. I don't know anything. So they're going to be a DTOK is saying E2K exclusive. Boom. Slime City Toys. I know B and I have been talking about these guys this week. It says killer pile or pile of killers. Again, Instagram being a dick these days.
Yeah, dude.
So they're not up in the Slime City store yet, but I'd be keeping an eye on their page if it turns out that you like these.
Yeah, those are great.
Sorry, guys. I'm just launching links at you left, right, and center. Nema Studios. Back to like 3D printing, man. Like it's come a ways. I would imagine. Maybe I'm on crack, but we should talk about this guy around Christmas time.
Mm.
This Burke.
Yeah.
So this guy's here, available tomorrow night. So as of Friday, 6 GMT. What is fucking GMT? Am I an idiot? GMT. Grand Mountain Time.
What that is.
And DTO O'Keefe dropping more. The color variants are only in Melbourne. This is not a toy store.
Yeah, you know what? I did see Titty had made a post the other day about going to drop a bunch of stuff off there. This is not a toy store. They got a new storefront over there.
They did move locations, yes.
Yeah, I guess it's a much better place from what I understand.
I hope so, man. If for whatever reason it wasn't working where they were before, I would hope that things are just now smoother. Must have been a crap trying to fucking move all those toys.
Yeah, I bet. Drew, yeah, he's been pumping out some stuff.
Greenwich. Look at you, Jazzwiz. Jeez Louise, man. And yeah, Drew is on fire lately, man. He's got a giveaway going on right now on top of just pieces galore. Non-stop. That's sexy.
Oh, people were all over that Greenwich. I had no idea about that one.
I had no idea about that either. Thank you, Barbarian Rage and Jazzwiz for catching that. I don't know anything about toys, man. I just show up.
I just work here, man.
I just work here, man. And plus the time zones, dudes. Come on. Too many. Too many. Joe Cocktail.
Joe Cocktail. So do you have anything from Joe Cocktail?
I don't yet, no. We've talked about these bears a couple of times.
I think Joe Cocktail does a live every single day.
No way.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Every time
Rainbow Yawn does 2 or 3.
It says Joe Cocktail is going live. I'm like, holy smokes, Joe Cocktail again.
Maybe he's getting, I don't know. I really liked these process shots, if I can be honest with you. In my opinion, this really showed off like just how many like sand epoxy, sand fill, you know, like it really, really, really goes to show like it with between the red, the white primer, and the sculpt. It's nice to see that like build up, man. And for me, I don't know. That's a lot of work going into that just to smooth it out and get the exact
dude. How about and how about that look as it sits right there?
It's beautiful.
Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. So Joe Cocktail, everybody, if you haven't gotten on there.
Very cool. Very cool.
I was wrong. Oh, I didn't even catch the meantime.
Oh, Greenwich meantime.
I don't even know anything anymore.
Red King in the house.
We're creeping into that 1 a.m. time, so my brain is turning into jelly. Rotten Totem Toys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen Rotten Totem Toys. This was dope as fuck to me. Something about all 4 turtles merged into one like Franken turtle. I'm down.
Yeah.
And
that's all original sculpt on. That's sick.
Well, like they just pieced together this guy too.
Yeah, I saw that today on the Galactus. Yeah.
So dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the different stages bring that together.
Look at that, dude.
Gorgeous.
Wow, yeah, that's really good.
And like just pumping out cool things, just chilling, making cool things. And I think they've got like several of these at this point now. There's a video, or they've got one that's got like the Godzilla ice kaiju stuff coming out of it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like it's crazy to me, man, how like these things are just hiding on Instagram. Technology. Oops.
Wow.
I'm gonna drop that bad boy down there. Sorry to be going a little bit quick on this tonight, guys. Toku Toy Town. I believe it was you that actually ended up saving this. to be honest. And I was right down. That's some glittery dope shit. But I unfortunately didn't know much about the artist. So I'm not sure if they're a reseller or if they themselves are actually producing the figures.
Yeah.
That's a sick Matango.
Good question, dude. You know what? If I saved that one, I definitely didn't do very much research on them.
They're sharp pieces though. I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Matango, but I'll admit Matango pieces are fucking dope. The mushroom people.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, our good buddy Kyle Kerwin actually has a collaboration that's going to be happening with the Rizza Boogie. They posted this 2 days ago, so maybe I'm a little bit late to this the party.
Dude, Kyle Kerwin, some of the best little quick videos out there, man.
He's been laying it down lately, dude. If you guys aren't following him, even if you're not, like, if for whatever reason you don't find his art cool, he has some really, really, really good videos with some very, in my opinion, some of them are just even good workshop suggestions.
Yeah. Pro tips. Yeah.
Pro tips. Yeah. That's straight up it, man. Very nice, very humble. Definitely worth giving a chat, give a follow, reach out to them, I'm sure. But honestly, probably has more work than you or I are even aware of. I felt kind of like a dummy. The deeper I went down the rabbit hole, the more I started just kind of feeling like stupid for not knowing how extensive, I guess, their time here in the toy scene has been.
Yeah.
These guys are interesting. I like these guys. Visitors on the table. We've talked about them a few times. I like them. They remind me of something almost like Crazy Bones or Grocery Gang, or I don't know, but these little Fruit Loop little monsters I like. And
yeah, those are interesting.
I really like these little popcorn dudes.
Oh, nice.
Popcorn Bomber. It's like, you know what, dude? I don't know what it is about these. I like them a lot. There's something just fucking really cool about it.
Yeah.
And same as the little Fruit Loopy ones. Like, there's something cool happening, and I'm down. So again, anybody not following these individuals, give that account a little follow, some love. All right, what else we got chilling over here? Plastico Suavecito Toys. You again, dude. These are rad as hell.
Yeah, they had a post or a story just today. Was it those ones that I saw?
Maybe these furry guys.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Multicolored stuff, man. That killer work, dude. I love that stuff.
It's wild.
Yeah, it is.
How are we just finding this shit? Like, there's a couple accounts lately that I'm like, how are we just finding these?
Yeah.
But, and I don't know about you, man. And if anybody in the chat wants to just tell me like your dumb crumbs, that's super simple. But Grizzlors in my brain seem like they'd be a freaking pain in the ass, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want that stupid hair all over my workshop.
Oh, dude, you know who does a really spectacular two people that I can think of right now, a really good Grizzlor is Underworld Customs one. And the other one is this new guy that we saw.
No, bro.
Yes.
I've got him up. Don't you worry. Snow Bros Grizzlor is very sharp as well.
Yeah.
This is a collab that I'm really stoked to see. I don't know if you've seen Bendito Colabazo before. He does a lot of like those like fertility type figures and like lust type figures. I can pull it up in a second. But look at the pores on these, man. Like when we talk marbles, that literally, in my opinion, looks like the type of marbling you'd get in a marble.
Wow.
That spiral and glass there. And then double casted heads. These came out so nice, in my opinion, man.
Those are nice, man. Holy smokes.
Like the pores on them are just fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did that account?
So there's going to be Riclo Toys. They just did a collaboration here. Oh. And yeah, you know what, Nim, you might be right, man. That might be an elephant marble that is casted in there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with that's a pour though.
Mm.
But I might be way off. And if I go over to Bendito, like, oh fuck, sorry, dude. Fuck, that's sharp. The artists he collaborated with on here, in my like, they've got some beautiful pieces. I know that Trash Can Monster actually has one of these guys on his desk. And they're just sharp, man. Like, look at that beast.
Yeah.
Just chonkers. This guy's fantastic.
Damn. Oh, you know what? That Papa Smurf. I've seen that Papa Smurf somewhere.
Mm.
No. There's a different. Well, that's the sculpt for it. Yeah, the finished version is what I was looking at. Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Was that in a show? I think that was in a show.
I mean, it makes sense. That's a piece, you know?
Yeah.
Oof. We're so weird, dude.
That is so, man.
How big that is.
Dude, wasn't that Papa Smurf rad, dude? The mushrooms for the hands.
Oh, dude, the paint app on it looks so sweet.
Yeah. Wow, they're good, man.
Pocket salsa, man. I'm really sorry to hear that, dude. If anything, maybe you'll get something really.
Oh no, no. Ugh. I can imagine, dude. Holy smokes.
I can't imagine. Dude, like, what is happening with the toy world these days? Check that. Like, what is like that is sick as hell.
Man. What is that?
Safubi.
Okay, yeah.
Blue Toys, Safubi. I would imagine a red clear and a green clear with a really nice mask that they've applied for the paint app. There you go. Oof. So almost like a Hawaiian, or I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah, like a tiki, right?
Yeah.
God type
There's
look. Yeah.
What's that called though? Something sunrise. Like I said, my brain is just disappearing now. Oh, those look so sharp though. Oh, baby.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Fun, man.
Yeah.
What the heck?
It was ripped in half. That was cool. Dang, they got a ton of these.
Yeah, they obviously have been pumping these dudes for a bit. And they've got several different styles. Like, I don't remember the other ones up above having the, oh yeah, broken horn. It's just in such a clear.
Suki says tequila sunrise color gradient. That's a very good description.
And then blue Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And I think that this guy here, I'm blown away, man, by just the speed in which they're able to get that fucking banged out, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane to me that, like, commercial toys versus what we see here, like, come on, pick up your game. As in, like, our homies are making better toys. Carolina Cool Cat hitting assembly required. And if anybody hasn't seen, I'm really stoked about this, only because it's really cool to think that anybody who's got some of the original anchor fists, once this new bad boy enters into the scene and becomes like the anchor fist that we all know and love, like, that'll be the new anchor fist. So those who have the OGs, you're going to be in a neat little position if you're one of those weirdos who likes the fact that you've got a small piece of the history there. I think that's really fucking cool. Otherwise, they're also going to have these over at assembly required. Some bite replicate hunters.
Dude, I can't wait for those. Dude, I'm hoping that he'll show those next week on the show.
Oh, I'd imagine he will.
Yeah,
Dude,
those
but
are
I need
sick,
those
dude.
little
I like those.
fabric fucking outfits he's made up for them.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
the boots
yeah,
made out
yeah.
of? I need to know what the boots are made out of. Is that rubber of some kind? Some kind of thin ass rubber? You know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're always gonna need to poke and prod and bug him. Also, I'm gonna feel weird. It's gonna be the youngest guest we've ever had on our show. Holy crap, that's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like, I don't mean to be ageist. It's only gonna be weird because I'm an old man. I don't know how to talk to the youth.
But bro, you say you're an old man, but you're significantly younger than me.
Feel like an old man.
I'm gonna be 44 next month, my dude.
Yeah, but you have children. You know how to talk to young adults.
They are young adults, dude. Holy smokes. My daughter's almost 16 now. Holy crap.
What's Zimico up to? You know what Zimico's up to? Zimico is up to taking a bunch of old Christmas decorations and light bulbs and casting them inside of things so that he can have them do really fucking cool shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about a machine. You know, that's one thing I was going to bring up when Wendigo, he was talking about Resin Blood and just kind of what a machine he is. But Zimico, man, I mean, is there a day that goes by when there's not a post? I don't think there is. Seems like it's always fresh, new stuff.
And I'm sorry, this was great. This was so great. It was one thing when he did the circles and I was sitting there, because if everybody saw on his story feed or their story feed this past week, they did share at one point a bunch of like light bulbs and stuff. And I was like, what are you up to? And when I saw this post, I was like, no, what are you doing? And then the moment that we ended up seeing the freaking water jigglers, it was like, no, you didn't. You did. I love it, man. Oh, it's so nice to see that.
You know, there's
yes,
a few
I saw that pocket
do,
salsa.
There's a few, no, are those resin?
You know what? I believe they're resin. I
just remember, well, I don't remember, but I know that's a tall order. I've seen a few people do it in some Motu stuff.
With epoxy. Usually you're gonna be using like epoxy or something, but like because resin hates water, right? And even a hollow body. We've seen a couple of hollow bodies. I think Epicenter did a really cool hollow body. Oh, and was it Jabaho that did a cool hollow body with the sprinkles and sparkles all inside?
Yes.
And you could actually squeeze the waste and it actually caused them to blow.
That was Frankenlander, I believe.
Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah, I'd believe it. Okay.
Yeah.
But sorry, these because resin hates liquid, so I get stoked. And Chaz, yeah, right. I don't give my address out. You really think I'm giving away my immortality age? Nice to see all our Toyz do these, dude. This was fucking clean. Good on you, homie. That was a nice drop. Especially, you know what? Tall order to follow up a drop. Like he was competing with himself. After doing a drop with Skinner, he was competing with himself. And he crushed it, in my opinion.
And we'll be opening up one of those on the show here. I did order one of those, and I believe it's a random pull again. So that'll be fun. I'm
excited to see it, man. You know that, like, if anybody's going to be bragging about how fucking dope it is, it's going to be you.
Dude,
I'm surprised that Goblin Mob and Alter Toyz have never worked together on something.
Yeah, good point. You know that one, O'Keefe got one of those, man. I think he posted it recently. Those are dope. I'm pissed I missed that one.
Those are so sharp. Oh, these?
Yeah.
All day, every day, please. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, to each their own with the butthole. I'm just not a butt guy. I like fucking meaty butt cheeks where they don't belong, but not butthole. Fuck, this pour is sexy.
Yeah.
What a lovely job. Damn.
Yeah.
Ultra Toyz, killing it. And of course, Splendid Editions, man. They did a great job, actually. For anybody who's maybe sitting there the odd time wondering, what do I do? I don't really have anything I want to post right now, but I don't want to fall off the map. They did a great job of actually recently kind of reposting some of their older creations for a little bit. And I think what worked out really well is it then allowed for some new stuff to then filter in just naturally and organically in a way where it didn't, like, I hope they maybe weren't as overwhelmed and hopefully got to enjoy the process a little bit more because they weren't worrying about posting every day. I don't know though. I'm just fucking talking out my ass. I haven't.
No. You're right, dude. That's these, man, crazy good work. Also in the chat, Western Goods. What's up, dog? Crazy good work here, man. I don't have anything from them.
If you haven't grabbed anything from Splendid Editions yet, what I would say is go and at least take a look at their site, because reading some of the things that they have on there, I think the descriptions for the items are what's going to catch quite a few people, to be honest with you. That's kind of,
And those are all Canadian prices, so US would be like a fraction of that.
A fraction of that, yeah. But then like, so like,
man,
where is it here? Description for it. Because at one point he had a bunch of really fucking cool write-ups for all the pieces. There we go. So like, he really has a whole story for this, about like the young boys that found the skeletonized corpse of a woman pushed down into the side of a large tree. It was reckoned by investigators that she had been in the tree for at least 2 years and had been put in still warm. Signs later pointed to the unfortunate woman being the victim of possible ritual murder, one of her hands being found some distance away. Her identity remains a mystery, and in fact, her remains have since gone missing. Since the discovery of the corpse, graffiti has appeared on the walls around Hagley, Birmingham, asking who put Bella on the witch elm. This 5-point articulated figure featuring a removable, magnetically attached hand in either a full color paint scheme or single color glow. So like, that's what you kind of get with a Splendid Editions piece. You get to hear a little bit of the lore as to why the hell they made this. And then it even kind of makes it fun that this hand can actually be removed. Love the fact that there's like these mushrooms growing out of the head there. And that's kind of what I mean, where it's like, if you for some reason don't have a Splendid Editions piece and you're kind of humming and hawing it, go check out their page, look at some of them, like Green Witch. There you go. Anybody know about the story about the Green Witch? They're fun,
dude,
man.
that figure, the 3.75 figure or whatever scale that was that you showed, the female, that was excellent.
And that's kind of it. Like, I'm not gonna undersell
did that. The guy taking a leak. Didn't you comment on that today or something?
Oh, dude, that's definitely one that I needed to pinpoint out. And
yes,
this is great. This is a great
yes
piece, man.
3819 Canadian.
There you go.
Man, dude.
So again, so like in Japanese folklore, Gashidokuro is a giant skeleton yokai, ghost or spirit, that appears to haunt the site of battlefields. In this sculpture, the skeleton spirit has been caught short, the resulting inundation of urine washing away as a coastal village. This figure is made and painted to order by Splendid Editions, so it takes a little bit of time. But okay, so apparently that's actually a yokai that's currently relieving itself and destroying a tiny village down below. Like,
wow.
I love it. Splendid Editions, man. Like, in my opinion, like, you weave a tale. They're great. And I know that Death and Strawberries is a huge fan of their work as well.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, for whatever reason, my brain thinks these two artists are very similar. Mothman Republic. They just made this figure here recently. Stoked. Have you grabbed any Mothman Republic by chance? Not to put you on the spot.
I do. Yeah, it was a so the taller on the right is, yeah, I have that one, and then the smaller frog on the left.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. Yeah, those are what I snagged.
Like, they're fun, man.
They really are.
So sharp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like $8. What the frick?
Yeah.
So if you're not following Mothman Republic, get on it. In my opinion,
doing a little.
I express a lot.
Nice.
I need I don't know about anybody else. If anybody remembers the tiny little comic boxes that you used to be able to get as a kid, and they would come with all the little miniatures, and like they were almost kind of like the Mighty Max, but for TMNT. And the actual box itself was like a turtle. Oh, these are dope as hell.
Yeah, those little minis, dude. I actually shoot. I have a few of those from it might be right here. They're not right there. Anyways, I have some of the Mutant Master does some really cool small miniatures like that too.
Also got some Wonder Goblin dropping. They're gonna be filling up the store Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern. So anybody who's been itching to get some Wonder Goblin, their prices are all over the place. It's not all high. There's a lot of blanks available on their site as well. If you're looking to paint up some blanks, have some fun in that regard. In my opinion, like, here we go, follow the link. I know we've gone here before because they've been on our under 30s before. So Goblin Pocket Pal 7, Lucky Devil 7, Haggle Plus 7, you know, not to mention like a bunch of these aren't even that bad. 45, 35, 35, 25. So if you want some blanks to just test out some painting on, have some fun, $7 Keshi Rubber Mini, like come out.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, those little Goblin Pocket Pals, those are great. Magoob.
I would say if you guys are interested, start keeping an eye on the Magoob page. It seems like this project is coming up. They have their eye on the target.
Yeah, those are very cool, man. Little dead people.
And that comes to the end of those. Whew. You know, I've also got, you want to take a second? You got something you want to say? Do you talk about?
No.
Well, no.
Tough, dude. That was a solid recap, I would say.
I sold some under $30 pieces, and we sold some under 1,000 accounts as well.
Nice.
But I thought we'd take a quick little moment and just take a sec.
A little breather?
A little breather. I feel like I was just laying on thick there for you guys for the last like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's going to remember any of those accounts. I will make sure to go back this weekend and make sure to drop hot links for the accounts that we're discussing. So that if anybody is seeing a toy that they're like, damn, I really wanted that toy, where the heck is it? That's where that's going to be. Shout out to Death and Strawberry. He's not in the room anymore. And actually, most of you guys have fallen out. I meant to do this a little bit earlier on, but he actually ended up, he had sent me a sticker pack, but also happened to throw in. So this guy here is called Drippy. This is actually going to be one of like the first sculpt cast pieces that he ended up doing. If anybody was watching that Swamp Thing breakdown I did a long time ago with the Heap figure, in my opinion, that is like the perfect example of like the Heap. And we were also talking about Barrio Boba earlier tonight. Barrio Boba had given Death and Strawberries 2 of these, and I'm a weirdo. So Death and Strawberries, man, huge thank you. Because I'm a fan of what I call turtle dove figures. So basically, if you've seen Home Alone 2, you know that essentially he gives that lady in the park a turtle dove. So every time that she looks at the turtle dove, she's reminded of him. Every time he looks at his turtle dove, he's reminded of her. Turtle dove pieces, in my opinion, are really dope. The fact that I now have a Barrio Boba turtle dove piece from Death and Strawberries. So thank you for that, guys. Toys are fucking cool. You guys are weirdos.
See, and that's what's crazy, man. It's like, you know, now that you've told people that, now they know. Before that, dude, I mean, like you look at that piece and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. You know, it's a little mini Yoda, but it means something completely different to you. That's just all kind of part of it, I think.
Oh, dude, way more than toys, right? I don't think we can actually stress that enough ever.
So Death and Straubs has Crumsy's address.
Oh shit! Yeah, there it is. If anything, I asked Death and Strawberries too, because yes, you know, he schmoozed me. He got stickers made, and he was at Decon. I did not make it to Decon, obviously, but I'm a weirdo who likes to collect things that I consider, I don't know, milestones. I guess they're moments in our homies' careers that, or endeavors that I think are really neat. So to be able to get one of his first runs of stickers and then a little like business card that he had at Decon.
Nice.
But I didn't expect that he was going to throw in those two little guys. He did say he had to hold back because he and I have some trades planned in the future. But yeah, he did. He did happen to have it.
Well, one day I'll have your address and I'll send you some stuff too, man.
We've
One of these
totally
days.
talked about that. We'll do a trade as well, and you know that's how it has to go sometimes through trades.
Hey, just keep an eye on your mailbox, buddy. All right. Boy. Have you seen Zimico's minis? Yes, I have. Very cool.
Dude's all over.
Yeah, there's a little resin one that it's like oh man, you're right. Very, very cool. Zimico, geez Louise. We don't talk about them enough. I mean, we do. But it's just there's the variety is just it's insane, man. And everything from like jigglers to ceramics to resin. It's not just one thing.
Stockware, plastics, 3D printed hollow stuff, 3D printed to molded to casted stuff.
Yeah.
Vintage things.
Yeah. You know what, man? I have some Zimico pieces back here that I haven't. I showed them, but they're so large and they're very fragile. So they're. I'll have to post some pictures of those pretty soon. But, oh, those minis, the small ones. No, I don't have one of those. The ones that I have, I'm talking. They're probably like that. They're a little bit larger. These ones that fit in the thimble. No, I haven't seen those.
Yeah, I have not seen the thimble size ones either. All right.
Yeah. So
I'm going to force you guys to entertain me while we run through these last tabbies. I apologize in advance.
No, all good, dude.
Go. So in the under $30 toys, but also under 1,000 novelties by Stex. I believe that you've actually acquired a couple of novelties by Stex pieces as well. These guys here have recently been added to the store. So if anybody's been looking and waiting to get some of these bad boys, they're the basket buddies. Apparently they've been in high demand. So they have just added these back up into the store. And if we take a look at their store, they are going to be one of our artists with pieces that are under $30, $978, $978, $20.95. These are Canadian prices, by the way. $978 on a Squonk, $978 on the Folk Monster. Star Crush playset 41, but again, 3 pieces, and it's Canadian. So yes, definitely go and check out the novelties by by Next. I'm also going to post their store link there for you guys if anybody was all of a sudden dying right now. These guys here used to be part of the OMFG series. So what's really dope about that is these are sick as hell in my opinion.
Yeah.
But also OMFG pieces, a lot of the times the artists that collaborated on them do get to do drops of them on their own sites. So if anybody else is like me and you're a little bit bummed out that you've missed out on some of the OMFG drops over the years, this is somewhere where you can go and grab them. You got the Orange Spice set. This is going to be in the $14. So there's that Puke Night we were talking about earlier when I was talking about how Rojo Toy and Eric Nilla have been around for a hot minute. There's Puke Night, part of the OMFG Series 2. So this is going back quite a while. Going to drop that link there for you guys as well, for anybody who's down with those. Boom. And admittedly, there's a lot of crazy stuff on their site, man. 18 for this little spy monkey creation. Like, what is this? Alternating heads you can swap out. Whew. Sorry. Yeah, for like 18. Come on. Boom. Andrea Z's, aka Dr. Ease. This caught my attention, man. A working printed screw-on lid. I know there's a lot more going on their page. I know they're molding and casting. I know they're sculpting some stuff. I was stoked to see this. If you guys aren't familiar with Dr. Ease. I know that's what B to the J likes to call him by. Go and give him a follow. Homie is doing some fun things over here. But personally, I'm stoked on that screw lid. I don't know about you, dude. I know
Yeah.
3D printing is reaching a point that like anybody who's got a 3D printer is like, lol, crumbs, you're simple-minded, but yes.
Yeah, dude, that's, I mean, the screw top, I mean, just the fact that it's, 3D printed and it's threaded.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's great. And don't undercut them if you're somebody who for some reason sticks your nose up at the 3D printing, because they've been putting a lot of work into some fucking beautiful molds as well and getting great results. So
Yeah,
hats off to you, man.
Yeah,
Clean,
definitely.
clean.
I mean, you can see some of his mold work down there below, but I think for us that have been following him for a while now, you're right, dude. A lot of work went into that stuff.
Do you remember these guys dropping?
I do.
There's only a couple left now at this point, man. The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So again, I'm gonna drop Dr. E's gonna drop his website there for you guys. Boom. We got one more under $30 artist. This is going to be Matt. And I promise that's actually how their name is. I'm not just that slow tonight. Again, man, simple. Just those eyes are all it was needed, man. Like,
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Fun
Yeah.
little figs.
But I saw some double cast work pop up here and there, but yeah, there's some cool little pieces in there.
Well, heck, man, I'm even digging the way that pour looks.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Like it. Ooh.
Yes. Maybe that's what I was looking at. It's more of like almost like a blood drip type thing, but very cool.
Very similar to the titty blood drips.
Yeah. Ooh, the titty blood drips, bro. Ooh wee. You're talking classics.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, titty is a classic, man.
Yeah.
He's a legend at this point. I'm sorry if it just seems like I'm just fucking
No,
floating
you're
big giant Australian dick, but
you're right, dude. You're right. I mean, it's, when you think of what we were just talking the other day about, when he started and how long ago it was and then where he is now. I mean, I think a lot of people would love to be on that same trajectory, dude. And he's definitely got a system down, and it's he makes it work, dude. He's got that Patreon fucking nailed.
yes, he does.
Those are dope, dude.
I know I'm scrolling kind of fast, but that's because I'm trying to get to a very specific. There we go. I fucking love this dude's work, man. Checked out his website recently. His website had a bunch of stuff on there for like that $15 range. I believe most of them are Glios pegged, and that's how he manages to get like the swappability in them. I love them. I love his work. I think it's so good. So good.
Those plants are so cool.
Dude, I love the way the snowman works with the arms. Like,
yeah.
This individual, they need to get their store back up. So I like ASAP.
Yeah, man.
Those little plants, those little plant ones are like my favorite, I think.
I'm sorry, did you say the store's closed right now?
They've taken down the store link recently.
Ugh, that's not good.
I know.
Damn.
But it might, maybe it's just for a restock. Maybe it's because they're bringing some stuff to assembly required. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty close to just reaching out via DM at this point.
Yeah, I would definitely buy that.
Dude, okay, so what I didn't realize originally with these plants is if you buy more than one, all three parts of this come off and can be swapped. So like between the bud, the sugar leaves, and the vine, all three separate pieces. Nim Studios. What was the one-eyed monster?
Did you see? That was interesting, dude. In his in the comment one on the description on that one, he said it was 18 euros, so he's overseas somewhere. But he also said if you want him to glue the parts in place, he will do that.
There you go.
Huh.
Nim, I'm gonna drop the link for that one-eyed monster. That was gonna be the MCC TX toy that we saw the Cyclopean monster on there. And then this is Grim Toy Maker. Gonna drop some Grim Toy Maker for you. Boom. Throwaway toys under 1,000. This guy caught my eye. I believe B-Man, we were already following them, so maybe you know a little bit more about this maker than myself. But this would be required.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I came across them. That was
Nice.
the required page. And just popped on there and saw, and actually that's one of the ones that I saw. Yeah, that the other one with all the wires coming out of it. And then they just most recently posted that one where it's like a half ape, half T-Rex, it looks like. I'm not sure what that is, but it's sick.
Dude, these are all sick as hell.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Dang it.
Like, that's a smart idea right here.
Right there. Yeah.
That's so fucking well done, dude. That
Yeah,
merc.
right. Yeah.
Oh, that's a chonky boy. Damn, that's fucking huge.
Yeah, it's huge, dude.
It's huge.
Wow.
Oh, dang. It's a mug. Fuck off.
Oh, that's funny.
Well done. Well done. Throwaway toys.
That's
Dang,
cool.
man. Yeah. That was good. Dang it. Some of you toy dudes, man. This guy caught my eye. El Churro. Yes, I ended up seeing this. I will pull it up, but I'm going to dig a little bit deeper in a second because, of course, I'm a perv. I even said it earlier. Whatever. Judge all you want. There was a piece here that I was just blown away. Ah, Santa Maria. No, but for real, though, look at the fucking pores on these, man. Okay, you know what? Like, the pores on these are fucking gorgeous. I don't even care. And then you know what made it even better is, like, one, it was already beautiful. I'm looking at these going, wow, those are so clean. That is so well done. And then you go down here and you're like, wow. Good on you, dude. Like, you really stretched that medium.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
I thought it was great, dude. You know, like, laugh all you want about the subject matter or the but like, that's like, come on. That's
Yeah.
really fucking cool, dude. Oof.
Oh, dude, that's look at that, man. That's wild.
You know what I mean? Like, it really does have like that. Well, heck, even Zimitko with his apes.
Yeah.
It has that Robius. Yeah, okay, Jazzwiz, you're right. Let me get away from the vaginas. How else am I have to be told that? All right, it's different than mine. Okay, I had to. It's interesting. But this is what I was talking about earlier too. I find this shit cool. You know, I like seeing Yuck Trading Co. on somebody else's page. It's just neat when you come across that shit. And then this individual is making some shit. My first sculpt, boom. It's like, I don't know, man. I like seeing this shit in the world. I like seeing people see other people make stuff and then take a swing at it. Oh, geez. Northwest Atheist. Yeah, no doubt, man. There you go. You get it, dude. Oh, Pocket Salsa. You're trying to pick one of those up today. See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Pervos. Dude, check out these customs.
Oh, those are cool.
These are fun. The
Grumpy
Rad
Puppet.
Batch.
Yeah. I have heard of Grumpy Puppet. Yeah.
I've said it every time. I've got nothing against customs. I only ever wish that people would mold and cast them so there'd be billions of them.
Yeah, dude. I mean, shoot, we could have a whole nother conversation about that, but that's very funny, dude. Like making a kit bash. I've always wondered that too, like making a kit bash out of just random pieces, but then actually casting it and making it something, you know. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, love starved alien. Fuck off. You got me with the name.
That was cool.
Yeah, cool toys, man. Grumpy Puppet, dude. We're liking your toys. Crashman27, I see your comment.
Yes. Yes. Agree.
Viral Vile.
That's yeah, that's a Resina gem.
Resina gem. Yeah. One-off Jawbreaker by Resina Gem that I recently painted.
Oh, nice. Very nice. That's very nice work.
Clean.
Yeah.
Mine shadowing in there.
Darker maroon metallic. It's really cool. But dude, that paint is
yeah, they aged the helmet really nicely too.
Yeah.
Especially in the contrast to that real nice clean hair.
Yeah.
Some resin magnets. Sculpted from polymer clay, cast in resin, painted. That looks sick on some dudes. I mean, they've got a magnet. Back tonight while watching. Someone wants to cast it, they can have it. Oh, there you go. Pocket salsa, man. Maybe pop it in the stories. Our good buddy Johnny Marbs. What are you up to? What are you up to over there? Proto Bear is alive.
Oh man.
Somebody's making t-shirts and toys and
did you end up watching any of the show last week? I meant to ask.
I did. Yeah, I did. I saw Porpoise's shirt. Oh my frick.
He just undipped the sweatshirt. I'm like, what the fuck?
So Porpoise is clearly Marbles is clearly in the process of bringing a toy out. I'm curious to hear more. We will have to bug our buddy about that and see what's cooking.
Yeah,
Swiss cheeses. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I saw that too from Northwest Asia. Yeah, Johnny Marbles is finally getting a package from us. Did I tell you what happened with that? I sent it to the wrong person.
Bouncer. Yes.
I sent it to Pocket Salsa.
We've both looked at this guy a couple times.
Cosmic Bird.
Cosmic Bird Customs. How does this individual have under 1,000?
Those are cool.
Look at these paint tabs.
Dude.
On such a stupidly small figure.
Those are great.
Like, how? Oh, baby, I've never seen that
what?
One. But the paint apps are just stupid.
Oh, wow, man. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm talking about. Kind of that looks like Battle Beast scale, right?
Yes. Yeah. 100%. But like, fuck off. And that's what almost makes it even more impressive. It's like, look at that paint app, dude. I love it. Yeah, they're fantastic. Oh my. Like, I just can't get over the paint apps though.
Wait, oh my. Oh, dude. Yeah, that's a good one.
They're fantastic.
Wow, man. Do they have a store?
I believe it's open. They open up for commissions at times.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what about acquiring
a Redbubble
goods?
So they've got stickers and shirts. I would reach because yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to make customs and cast for so many people. I look forward to continuously improving both quantity and content and quality. If you've bought, been gifted, or traded any of blah blah blah, cast, feel free to tell me about your experiences, suggestions. Let me know. Wishing you all the best. Well, I don't know what that means. I guess it's just a feedback post that they've just posted there. Maybe they're taking a little break. I know at one point they were taking a small break after doing a big run.
Yeah.
And this was a week ago though. So let's see here. No sales at the moment, but there will be plenty of next to Glow Drop. There you go. So 1 week ago they said no drops at the moment. I would still add them to your fucking people you're following. I think they're on, like, They're doing some great work, man, in my opinion. Snowbro is who we were talking about a little earlier. This is the Grizzlor. Stupid. Where has this guy been? Or woman? Where's this human? Sorry.
I don't know, man. I'll tell you what, though, that very first post that they had.
Yeah. We knew. I think everyone saw that and knew that this person's like.
I don't know if the comments were visible on there or not, but you go down and you look at who commented on that, and they were just like, yes, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
This artist is onto something big time, man. They clean, dude. Clean.
Yeah, Jabba, clean indeed. Look at spring-loaded punching action. Yeah. Yeah.
No power twist. Nice.
And like just holding no punches, man. To make this their next figure. They're just.
Dude, and great little video too. Damn.
They're doing great.
Oh man, that's so good.
Like,
bro.
Now I'm wondering only because of the color 3D printed. Not that it matters.
I think it is. Oh wow, what?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know.
For the fist, to get the curled fist. I see some epoxy sculpt there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. We're freaking weirdos. What is wrong with us? Why are we just sitting here analyzing the hand on a Grizzlor? Fuck.
Wow.
Snowbro, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following, go and check them out. Gosh, this caught my attention. Check this out, dude. Not only is he like tossing little people into his mouth, but from the backside, you can actually see the little people that he's tossed into his mouth.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And I believe he's pooping one out.
It looks like so.
But yeah, I love the fact you can see.
I mean, that's awesome, dude. Wow.
Little belly.
Gobo tie. Is that what that says?
Gobo toy.
Oh, toy. Okay. I thought that was an A.
I wasn't even trying to be a sarcastic dick there. I was actually trying to analyze myself, being like, maybe. But I believe,
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's phonetically Gobo toy.
Nice.
And it looks like they've got their own vinyl figure that's going to be coming out as well. Look at this mold, 3D printed mold. Yeah. But like, interesting.
Yeah. Huh. 3D printed molds. Yeah, man. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm wondering if it's just a casing. He's just doing a 3D printed mold casing, which I mean, whatever. You don't want to use a toilet paper roll or whatever. You've got all these
right.
nicely designed things. Like even this one here, think about like how that's saving him resin by having not that big top cavity.
Right.
And then he's also, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it personally. I mean, like that's a sculpt. And not that, and you know, digitally sculpting we're in a new era, man. I'm definitely not going to poop on digital sculpting. Shout out to I Need Toys for pointing this artist out to me. These look fun as hell.
Love the colors on those. Those are cool.
Yeah, I'm loving the color combinations and the amount of combinations. Does that make sense? Like between the arms, the hat, the feet, the torso, the eyeballs. It's like, damn, can you mix and match a bunch of these guys together? Like this just looks like a pile of fun.
Wow.
1 trillion D bootlegs.
1 trillion D bootlegs. Wow. Followers, man, that's a low one.
Yeah, 112. I Need Toys. Shout out for that, man. It looks like they've just kind of started in the game. Ordinary Toys. I wanted to give a shout out for these, man.
Ooh, look, they got a Slothra.
They got a Slothra from Has Been Toys here.
Nice.
We can give some.
Oh,
swap
Ordinary
love.
Toys. Yes, dude. Yes, Ordinary.
Yeah, because you know what, dude, they've been fucking grinding, man, and like this is impressive as hell to me. I'll be honest.
Yes.
The card backer for this is impressive as hell to me.
Yes.
What is this dude doing?
That is sick. That figure is super sick. Man.
I'm really impressed by this artist. Not that that matters or means anything, but I am. I'm just am. So
I have this red dude in that red dude in the front right there. I have one of those.
I couldn't get over seeing Uncle Spank have the whole team and the fucking like random secret white one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has been all done by hand. Yes. These backers.
So sick, dude. That's a piece right there in itself.
Yes. Underselling himself.
Hmm.
In my opinion.
230 followers, man. Holy smoke. That account will grow.
That's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Ordinary Toys is a beast. What have we got here? Andy Chomp Stomp.
Oh, those are cool. Top left. Yeah, those are interesting. What is that? Is that resin?
I believe a lot of them are sculpts.
Okay.
But you know what? I could be wrong, man. Approximately 2 inches cast using polystone. There you go, casts. Polystone. I'm going to be Googling out on that later. Polystone. Anybody knows what polystone is off the top?
Yeah.
Feel free to drop it down there. That sounds dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The Chomp Stomp.
Andy Chomp Stomp. Laying it down, man. It's crazy how diverse this whole fucking scene is. Like,
yeah, no kidding.
And our homie, Von Fake Name.
Yeah, Von Fake Name.
Molding and casting.
Very cool.
Clean results so far, dude. You know, like,
yeah,
we've seen a lot of people start just making and pouring and like, way to go, man. Nice to see that you're just diving in, dude. I know it's not the easiest hobby to just dive into.
Yeah, and he is a busy guy too.
Kids and working all the time and unboxing and playing guitar and now molding and casting.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Shotgun karaoke.
I thought this would be a nice place to kind of round us up here tonight. I think several of us are probably going to be very interested in the hoarders, because I think a lot of us are probably a little bit hoarderish ourselves. So this hoarder figure might speak to more in the toy scene than we think. Nice to see a longtime collector, enthusiast. If anybody doesn't know, although Domo has done a thesis or is working on their thesis for Toyz. So go and give Shotgun Karaoke a longtime lover of toys some love.
From Finland.
From Finny.
And has a package in the mail from us as we speak. So that'll be there. I've never sent anything to Finland before. They didn't give me a date on it, of course. So that'll show up when it shows up. But yeah, that's cool. Dude, that was a lot of info.
Yes, I'm really sorry about that, guys. And
no, dude.
We're
great return.
Into 4 again. My goodness.
Yeah, dude, that was no, dude, you're good. That's exactly what I was hoping and what I expected. Bro, we haven't done this in 2 weeks. There's some catching up to do, you know?
We dropped a lot of accounts tonight, man. Holy shit. We saw a lot of toys.
We saw a lot of toys, man. We saw a lot of stuff tonight.
Wendigo fucking brought the A game too. You know?
Oh, dude. How could man?
Wendigo, man, I gotta give you a shout out, dude. I really appreciate you knew it. You knew it. You came in, there was no YouTube playing, you had it muted, you were rocking it, man. You had a little light box set up, you showed us a bunch of your toys you have coming. Like, damn, you were prepped, man. You came bringing your A game. Holy shit.
Yeah. and super cool, man. Gave me some recommendations for some places to stay out when I was in AR. He said, dude, he lives in Asheville. He lives like 15 minutes away from the spot. So very cool that he reached out to me, and there's a local there that I can get in touch with. But yeah, dude, that's gonna be awesome to meet him. Great interview, dude. Had some
chat.
Really cool stuff. Brought his own giveaways. Jeez Louise.
Which, for the record, too, we're never expecting anybody who comes in to bring a giveaway piece. But also, you know what? We've said it a bajillion times. We'll probably say it a bajillion times more. The generosity of this community is absolutely insane. You guys, real life humans don't understand. It's wild.
Yeah, really is. And thank you for Yuckamuck. Thank you again for donating the piece. Recycle Galaxy will hit you up next week. We also have one from Drock. We'll get that one going too. And I know what I bought from Drock, and I said we would turn it into a giveaway. And I'm looking at the box, and it's probably 10 times the size that it should be. And he told me that he was going to hook it up in the box, and I'm looking at it, and I know he did. Just now, what I bought was just one smaller piece, and here's what Best box art, dude. We've talked about that before, right? What a guy.
What a guy. That's, yeah, no, I don't have enough. We could have a whole 4-hour show just about Baba Drop.
Yeah, absolutely we could. Absolutely we could. Northwest Atheist, thank you. Appreciate that very much. Love to see you come in and hang out. Suki, keep an eye on your mailbox, buddy. I believe the receipt said Tuesday. I don't know. That receipt was freaking long. And I think the latest one was on there. The majority of them will be there Tuesday. And I believe you were in that bunch. So
Suki's up a little late this evening.
Yeah. Oh, we probably should
week
in the room next week. So we'll definitely post about it.
We'll remind everybody again.
Yeah.
Switching to an all new time. Save everybody from dying and staying up past their bedtimes.
Yeah, and sorry it took almost a year to figure that out, but we are.
Oh, it's been an absolute treat, man. It's been a blast. I really appreciate coming back. I love coming back. It's been lovely seeing you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us.
Dude, yes, thank you. It's been the best week of the year so far, and getting better. For sure.
We're gonna kill it, man. It's gonna be a fun year ahead. I really look forward to it.
Absolutely. Folklore, watch your mailbox. Coming at you. Coming in hot.
All right, guys. Try and have a great rest of the night, man.